冇事開始。
Happy Qixi Festival. Well, normally that would be say if you to others if you had a significant other celebrate on this wonderful holiday. Like said, unfortunately, we're gamers, which means the only person we have left today is, of course, characters in video games. So that's exactly what we're gonna do today. For today's GC Festival, we'll be going on a date slash, what Genshin call it, hangouts with everyone here. We're looking forward to it because that's the only dating we'll be doing in the next few lifetimes. And of course, to address the thing in the room here, this is a thumbs up. Cut. Sometimes you might need a third hand when it comes to romance, as love can be quite difficult indeed. By these dweebs in the back here. Oh, I think. Damn, Rikachu. Anyway, without further ado, let's begin. First, we should address the main character in the room here, which is Diluc. So, first question, I'm really messing with you with introducing this here. Wait, since you just comment, I don't know about that. And I didn't really see anything too exciting, which is just him and his new info, which you just see in the splash screen.
冇事開始。
七次快樂，人早安晚晨。Don't worry about what we just saw earlier. What was I? Yes. Happy Qixi Festival. Well, which is normally what you would say if you had a significant other to spend this day. But we're sleep is miserable little lonely gremlin gamers. What we can do instead is date virtual characters, which is exactly what we'll be doing today. In Genshin, of course, with the hangouts. No, something just happened here, but I'll deal with that later. Yes, indeed. For this GC Festival, we'll be going on a hangout with all 11 characters here. Wait, you see exactly how many ones I actually switched to screen, and of course Diluc with this current event slash promotion for his skin here. Without any further ado, let's begin. The date. Okay, fix itself, thank God. I guess I say what happened. I went a little transparent. I was a bit worried. I was gonna show when I swapped as well. And see here, we did go through a bit of I felt in the mood for it. Not all of them though, except for these two, cause that was back when there was only like I think 4 of them. Yeah, why not? So what we shall do is we'll go through one of each, and if we have any more time after all that, we'll try to completionist do all the endings. But first, since this is a limited event here, let's start with the Diluc's event. I did the first part just to see if it was another one of those like time lock things we had to wait, and indeed it was. However, you didn't really mess with it. Just well, I don't remember exactly because it was quite a while ago when I did check it out. But it essentially just introduced this thing. Oh yeah, I think we were trying to go for like grape juice or something, and they told us that Luke was missing, and then we instead found like his flashback in the combat event cloud thingy.
You're finally back.
We saw him in his old skin. That pretty much
I
sums it
didn't
up.
think you'd be gone for so long. Sorry if it was too much trouble.
That's okay.
Yeah, we
You
start
did
with her.
offer to help.
Who directed us there. And once again, delusion of choice. If we hadn't gone to Falcon Coast, we probably would have been fighting monsters somewhere
So
else.
anyway, is Master Diluc back yet? We didn't see him at Falcon Coast.
Sorry, I'm not sure of Master's whereabouts either, but I did hear that he recently visited Angel's Share. After dealing with this kind of trouble, Master is always careful to tie up
This
all loose
Lantern
ends.
Festival or
It's
Moon
become
Fest.
something of a routine.
Festival
He
event
should be back
I
very
haven't Genshin.
soon.
What we
You
need is a
needn't worry.
goddamn
In the meantime,
Valentine's
please
event.
make yourself comfortable in the winery.
After
I
all
want to hear
those
Qixi
years,
call
to
me Master.
completely miss him.
Or Mona. Or Qixi.
Oh well.
Or I guess
Let's
any of
just
the
wait for him
teenage
at the winery
and
this time.
below age characters will do, really. For any alternative motives. At least we got to see Diluc on the first.
Adeline, how come you're always standing here at the door lately? Usually you're busy indoors.
Oh, my Hoyer's
Hopefully
good.
you haven't been standing
Going
there waiting
meta
for
here
Master Diluc this whole
with
time.
that comment.
Cause that would be really tiring.
Oh,
Why
thanks
are
for
you
your
always standing
concern.
inside?
But
No,
I've
no,
actually been
you're
instructed
solely
by
programmed
Master
to
to
do
meet
so.
with some special guests here.
And can't go inside or
Certain
can't
guests
go
may
outside
need
if you want
reminding
to.
to stay away for the time being. Master hopes that under the present circumstances, these guests will keep an appropriate distance from the winery, so as not to make a difficult situation
They
even
must
more
pay
complicated.
the workers a lot if they're willing to bend over backwards. Do one thing for several hours here.
I don't any of that, but it sounds like a really important job.
Shut up, Paima. Maybe we could
That's
help
very
meet those
kind of
guests.
you indeed, but you've already helped Master Diluc out a great deal. You can let
Greet
me
the
take care of
guests
these
like we did in
time-consuming
Noel's
chores.
event
There is
with,
one
with
small
that
thing you
scummy
could do
merchant
for me,
tried to
though.
steal some loot.
Please, take this letter and place it on the table to your right as you enter the door. There are a few archived letters on that table already. Just put this one at the very top of the pile.
Is this a letter for Master Diluc?
Yes, it's from one of his informants.
I
Only
was
those
say,
in
from
Master's
one of
inner
his
circle are
many
permitted to handle it or serve as custodian.
dowries I've
Ooh,
received.
that means we're part of Diluc's inner circle.
Of course. Master Diluc greatly values your friendship. Thanks again for the help.
Even though appearance-wise you are several decades apart. And this sounds more like busy work than anything. Just put a letter on the table inside, which is like
Whoa.
10 meters distance
There
apart.
are so many letters here.
Let's read it! Very
It looks
And
like
then this
Diluc
rich
read them
bachelor
just before
person-
he left. He must have been in a hurry.
It's only one,
Asked us to put
one
this
other
one
place
at
I'll
the
be
top of
super
the
for this
pile.
many letters on the
But
table
how
here.
are we supposed to tell the order of the other ones?
Right in the nearest
Guess we'll have to read
provisions
them to get an idea of when
lit
they
grassifier.
came in.
But we really shouldn't be reading other
Oh,
people's
that's
names.
true. In that case, let's just tidy them up a little.
It's not our fault if something happened to fall open.
You're here. You move fast.
Oh, there he is.
Whoa! There he is!
What are you agonizing over?
Miss Adeline asked us to put these letters in a pile, and we can't tell which order they should go in.
And also we inhaled
But,
some of whatever
It's your
those
personal
fumes were
mail,
coming out
so
of
it'd
that
be rude
ley line
for us
over here.
to read them without your permission.
The pant where you get to see you in a different outfit. Way long
There's
ago
no
in the past.
need to be nervous. And
Wait, you also
I
got
can
the play as
see
him
from the looks
with
on
the-
your
with the new skin
faces
effects, so
that
that's-
they've
I see
grabbed your
whatever it's-
interest.
Everything's more darker and
These
sparkly.
letters deal with events that are past and gone. I only held on to them in case any of the information they contain proves useful later down the line. I just dug them out to confirm a few details. I've been following some rather unique developments recently.
So I believe that's
You
called
were
an arc.
involved in the events in question anyway. You can read them if you want to. It's not a bad thing to be curious.
No, so these letters are were about current events. Can they be any more meta? I'm finding us an absolute pain right now.
Hey,
Looks
that's
like
a
they
good
just rushed back
point.
from the city.
Actually, you kind of smell like wild mountain fruit.
What kind of...
Oh, did you go to those
nose
mountains
is-
where the Valberries come from?
This is mid-chaff.
Very perceptive. Yes, I did make a trip to the Storm Bear Mountains. I'll fill you in later.
I see a wild boy by chance.
No fair! mention a whole bunch of questions.
Alright, buddy, calm down. It's been a long time since Diluc hasn't overawed you, huh?
Alright, let's just sort these letters for him.
I'm kidding when,
Well,
they say it was a
since he
pure
said
batch.
he doesn't mind, why don't we read them as we
Even
go?
this flying fairy is attracted to him. Or she's just attracted to whoever the great overlord Mihoho. Oh, we're actually gonna read all this stuff? I kinda want it though. Okay, we just picked the lowest one. Just skip us to the next one. Yada yada. Monster.
Shall we read another one?
Oh, no, it's process of elimination here. Okay, so I guess we'll just keep skipping here. If you skip through all of the text then. If you really want to read it, feel free to pause it. Oh, there's one more, so actually might have to want to pick here. Well, I guess what you can really do is just close the game right now and just go through the ones you missed here, but we'll just gonna do them one, and then I'm sure on the wiki or on the fan wiki or whatever you can find the rest. If you really care about the non-romantic character relationships and that fun stuff.
If there's one thing we can take away from these, it's that Master Diluc has had a pretty difficult past. Not
As you
only
can
was he
tell
misunderstood
by his red
by
hair
the
and
Knights
his
of
dark colors.
Favonius, but he's faced all kinds of other obstacles too. Sounds like it's tough being Captain Pyro. Always fighting alone because, for one reason or another, it wasn't convenient for the people around him to help
I
out.
wonder if he was just a complete like Diluc's hangout quest before this then. Because when you set that nickname, now you can only recognize that name if you've played through his hangout, which happened very early on in the main story, back when he's still stuck in Mondstadt. It looks into this found some peace since then.
That's true. Plus, he's got us now. We can give him all the help he could ever want.
And he better reward
Out
us.
of
Damn, reward us
friendship,
too.
of course. Definitely not just for the grape juice.
And there comes her ulterior motives.
Wait, what?
Come on, give me the awkward pause. Ah, there he is, the aforementioned past.
Is
Past
there a
Batman, I
problem?
mentioned. Wait, he actually sees this too? Well, this is awkward. It's literally a personification of the past.
Master
Appearing
Diluc,
in front of.
you're wearing your old outfit again? And you've tied your hair back. You look so formal all of a sudden.
Old outfit? You've seen it before?
Yup, it was by that ley line anomaly. That was your past self, right?
Huh. I'm surprised it made such an impression.
Do you mind telling us about it? What happened back then? Why were you fighting there?
And why are you wearing it now?
The same reason as ever. Just stopping another Abyss Order
If
plot.
you really are the
They launched an
current
offensive on
quote-unquote
several
Diluc.
fronts at once. Unfortunately for them, they were still no match for me. We were fighting in an area on Falcon Coast, and everything was recorded by the unusually active ley lines.
We?
They must have become unstable again recently, causing them to let out all kinds of information from that time. Hence why you saw what you saw.
We stay there
For
to keep going.
starters, you only need
Not
to
like
deal
you
with
have
the
anything other
monsters, and the
better to
ley
do.
line deposit will stay dormant, as long as it isn't disturbed again. On the other hand, if I'd done nothing at all, the Knights of Favonius would have taken over straight away. Knowing how they work, they'd be sure to send a large contingent to guard the site.
Wouldn't that have
And
been a
that's
good
by
thing?
why?
Depends. Most of the Knights are away on expeditions, so they don't have a lot of people to spare. If
Not a
the
lot of
ley
good
line
people either.
anomaly was just a diversion tactic, the Abyss Order could have been poised to attack somewhere else entirely, while the Knights were scrambling to send what limited forces they have to Falcon Coast. But anyway, I have no interest in talking to the Knights of Favonius. I prefer to get to the bottom of things myself, rather than waste time negotiating with them. And it was easy enough for me to find out the Abyss Order's plans. Take a few Abyss mages hostage, and they soon start talking. As for the
doesn't
Knights of
negotiate
Favonius,
with
I've sent someone
non-humans.
to enlist their cooperation where it's needed.
Sounds like you're doing them
It's
a
their
favor.
job to handle situations
Favonius
like
is-
this. They ought to be present when things come to a head. I don't like working closely with the Knights of Favonius because of our differences in philosophy. But that doesn't mean we can't watch each other's backs when it counts.
There here comes slipping out a little bit of the dairy from the sun
Seems
here.
like you have even more control over things now than you used to, Diluc.
The best way to deal with any threat is to utilize all the force at your disposal. Anyway, thank you for your help. Adeline brought me up to speed with everything.
Oh, never mind. This
In
is
return, I
the
have
Luke
a
then.
gift
Or
for your
present to
trouble.
Luke then.
Grape juice? The packaging is so
In
fancy.
this case, it makes
It
even
must
less
be
sense than why we're
really
not questioning
expensive.
why he's wearing that
This
outfit.
is my personal favorite grape juice, made of the highest quality grapes. I happen to have an unopened batch, so I brought you a bottle to try. I didn't know you were such fans of grape juice. Next time you want some, don't bother waiting for the discount. Just go down to the cellar and help yourselves. It's on the house.
Woohoo!
Yes,
Piper's gonna
Sean.
tell everyone we meet that we're VIPs at Dawn Winery. This one bottle must be worth
She
at
likes
least like
doing special.
50,000 mora. And he gave it to us for free. Thank you so much, Master Diluc.
If you're free tonight, you're welcome to stay for dinner. Adeline is already making it. There are,
Ooh, a rich
however,
person
a
doing that.
few things
I'd
I
love
need to
to.
take care of before dinner time.
Do you remember the last time we canonically ate in the store?
Yes.
It involved more fighting and
Passiveness is
meddling.
not my style. Though I had my suspicions at the start,
Yeah.
everything I've come across so
But you
far
lost,
in
you
my
can definitely tell you.
investigation
You
suggests that
started
the
with
Abyss
the
Order was
giant
not behind
flaming
this.
bird you released.
Since this arose from
Every
natural
single time.
causes,
Your
it's
energy's
time
full.
to wrap things up.
So what should we do?
That's why he's wearing his past outfit here. In for a penny, in for a pound,
Sure.
in for a
After all,
more, in
he
for a
did
lot.
just give us this amazing grape juice. Wait, no. What was it? After all, even when the odds of success are 9 to 1, you must never lower your guard.
Was she copying with that sentence?
Well said. In that case, let's get going.
Okie dokie, Captain
don't know.
Pyro. You can take it a little easier this time. Come on, let's go. This
And
is
that's
our
how we end
final
up getting
battle.
involved
Then
regardless.
we can put all this trouble behind us.
Well, I think all we were here earlier was just something to drink. Huh. It's an actual item too. Oh, is really stepping up the game with the collectibles they give you. Though it has, just like many of the other things we've been given so far, absolutely no use. I know ley lines are. Oh gosh. Yeah, it's just back here. I don't know why I had so much trouble fighting it. They really like using this. They really like using this area. I guess it's like one of those unofficial Genshin date spots then. This is also the area they used for an event long ago in 1.1 with the officials thing involving like following meteors and black stuff. Ah, okay, pretty much. This is pretty much what the first quest, or how the first quest ended. Then we just showed him in the new skin, and you got to play with him and all his default abilities.
Dawn, break
And
forth!
season, a little new flair they added to it. Because I guess now they have a higher budget or what have you. They realize they're able to promote their new stuff, not just force you to do a tedious task
Lay waste
to
to the
introduce it.
wicked!
or integrated into something else so the value of that individual item
It's
has been
done.
reduced.
The ley line deposit will disappear before long.
That bell went very smoothly.
Teamwork!
Or as we like to use here. Alright, that was also something that got rid of it. I got add later.
See? Even Captain Pyro needs his trusty sidekick sometimes. It can't be Master Diluc saving the day by himself every single time. Many hands make light work.
Sidekicks. It's been a long time since I last worked with others. It's not so bad. If the opportunity arises, let's team up again in the
I
future.
don't have that thing either. Shoot. And is it actually done this time? It is. Yeah, it was literally just 2 questions. Phantom the Vast and also as well. Huh. Of course there's this, but I don't really feel like doing it. And notice this appeared suddenly. So let's see what this is about here. In the event already and long ago. Suddenly there's a reason again. Who knows? Maybe some character we can get ourselves involved with. Right, I think it's right into the thick of it. I see. What a bit of a letdown. Oh, I guess it's just shit of a psycho save. We're not gonna have any voice dialogue to it going along with it. Alright, let's go skip through them if they're not gonna voice it. Probably about some puzzle or whatever, isn't it? Yep. More combat stuff. Okay, we're done then. Okay, and on to the hangout. Well, for sake of completion, we should probably make it equal. The ones that we haven't even achieved a single ending for. So, left to right then, and Ningyan will do then. You could teleport here, right? Excellent. Man, it's been forever since we came back here. I expect our character to be completely minimized. The overwhelming characteristics.
It looks like all our problems are solved. Welcome to the Jade Chamber.
Oh, it's actually surprised by presence there?
I have no idea what we would have done otherwise. I didn't think we'd really manage to get you here.
Hello, ladies.
This was a last-minute situation, and you're the one we trust the most.
Romance main character is here to solve everything.
To put it simply, we are just looking for the right person to help. We had a very long discussion about it, but to no avail. I have tasked my 3 most trusted secretaries with overseeing an important auction tomorrow. This, however, leaves their regular duties unattended to, and the work cannot afford to go undone. The nature of their day-to-day work is highly sensitive and confidential, so whomever I ask to fill in needs to be someone I can trust, and who doesn't have a conflict of interest.
So you thought of me?
You were the person who came to mind. We may not have spent a great deal of time together, but I do place a great deal of trust in you.
Of
To
course.
me, this work is highly sensitive and of utmost importance, though I'm sure you'll find it to be mundane at best. It would not surprise me if you can't bear the tedium or can't make the time.
Or
And
smart,
yet,
of course.
despite this,
And
I thought it
the
could do
mirrors
no
are getting
harm to ask the
hot in
question
here.
on the off chance
Literally,
that you are
I'm
interested.
feeding up.
As it
All the
happens,
programs I'm
I
running
was
right
just
now,
having a
plus the
discussion
game.
on backup plans
might
with my
just
secretaries
turn
before
my
you
fancy.
arrived.
But the
Reduce
outcome of
my-
that discussion was that we
and
couldn't
worsen my
think of a
microphone quality
suitable
even.
alternative.
Then it already is.
This is a good reminder that we should always have a contingency plan for everything.
Anyway, this may add to the debt of gratitude I owe you.
Alright,
But
yes,
the
well,
fact
if you're
is, your
please
arrival
keep
here
your
has rescued what was fast
self-affable
becoming
comments
a
to
rather
yourself.
dire situation indeed.
But
I
how
wouldn't
tedious
worry.
our tasks are we talking
It's all
here?
work
You're
you'll be
saying to me?
quite familiar with. Planning trips, gathering pertinent information, that sort of thing. All basic skills required by competent adventurers, if I'm not mistaken.
It's alright, I've been here, boys. She's just testing us as a man on our administrative skills. She knows that we can be her equal. Okay, I'll
If
give
you
it a
have
try.
any questions about your work, I will answer them shortly. The administrative work Lady Ningguang touched upon just now is only one aspect. You'll also be required to cater for Lady Ningguang's basic daily needs, such as clothing and meals, and be on call for any other requests
Yes, I'm
she
more
may
than
have.
happy to dress her, shower her, wipe her down. Wow,
Don't be mistaken.
an honor.
I won't put you in a difficult position, and I will fully respect your judgment. All right.
My
Please
judgment, you
proceed
say?
to the office. Bai Shi will go over the work with you in more detail.
Yes, Lady Ningguang. Okay, let's go.
Hopefully there's not gonna be any trick answers in the end, which more or less summarizes you should delegate your work instead of trying to accomplish it all on your own here. Oh, look. Huh. Guess I give this place the full once over. I thought I did to collect everything. Sure, the first time where it was kind of talking to that one person up there, gave you some like learning, some like skill stuff, skill books.
Before I get into specifics, I want to start by giving you the big picture.
Alright, throw it at me.
As a member of the Liu Qixi, Lady Ningguang's every move is in the spotlight. Maintaining her perfect image at all times is absolutely essential.
No problem.
My
With
usual
my
job is
flawless
to be
image
her
of a
right
cider, it'll
hand, to
completely
maintain her
blind
image
out
and
any
take care
flaws
of
that
all her worries.
she might be displaying.
For example, arranging her daily schedule, picking out clothes for her, dressing her, applying her perfume.
I'm guessing this is the one that gave an excessive rant about her.
You misunderstand me. I am simply trying to impress upon you the sheer importance of the work you will be undertaking.
Bai Shi has always been very passionate
Oh,
about
she's still
her
following
work.
us?
I can leave any task in her capable hands, and rest assured that her performance will be nothing short of exemplary. I'm sure she was simply trying to share some of her
She's working,
enthusiasm,
and I think
in
there's
the
an
hopes that you
underlying
may
motive
find it infectious.
behind her good
Thank you,
work
Lady
ethic.
Ningguang. Back to the topic at hand. Let's get into the details. Bai Xiao and
Not
Bai Wen handle
get down
tasks
to
that
business?
require enormous experience, while I'm mainly responsible for organizing her daily schedule and making sure she is well fed, dressed for any occasion, and that all her needs are met. I can go through the methods I use and give you some pointers based on my experience to ensure that you are fully equipped to perform your duties.
No, it's just better days.
All in a day's work for the traveler, Great. Then I'll skip that and just get to the handover of duties.
Don't be
Currently,
Don't
there are
be
133
daft. We know we're
items
not
that have
actually
yet to
doing
be
it.
scheduled, 17 of which are high importance, and...
No problem.
Yes, I did try to make a start in advance,
No, we're
but
chance
only got
what
as far as
gang you happen to
roughly
be right now.
prioritizing the tasks before I ran out of time. I'll go through the most important items with you in more detail. If there's anything you don't understand, feel free to stop me with questions at any point.
Oh, I feel there's
First
gonna be a bit
is
of a
the
quiz
periodic
going
meeting
on
with the
in the
representatives of
like
the eight
achievements.
trades. After
I
that,
answered them
fielding
correctly then.
opinions on revisions to the
Or
current
answering them
tax
a certain way.
legislation. Then, a discussion with Lady Qixi on issues relating to time restrictions on land conveyance deals. Following that, there's a Q&A session with all the major commerce guilds. Right after that, there's...
Hold up. Do we have to say just
Yes,
connect
you do.
schedule?
To the uninitiated, scheduling may sound like a simple process of
And I
matching
hope she realized
tasks
that
to time slots,
we're
but
talking to
there's
all
actually
of
far
those
more to it
sectors,
than
right?
that.
So
You
whatever
need to
tasks
take
they are,
travel
they're
time into
giving us
account,
to us as
along
well.
with a whole spectrum of potential issues that can arise. Ample knowledge of all outside factors that may weigh upon your Plan A is essential to devise a workable contingency plan. I assume this is all making sense. Unless you had any other questions at this point?
No, we can't fail this. We're being tested right now.
Good.
I think I'm good.
Then let's press on. We're tight on time here, and there's a lot to get through. And we still need to leave enough time for you to prepare Lady Ningguang's schedule.
Sorry, when it comes to things you don't understand, what's most important is confidence.
Already?
I think I know how to
Wow.
approach it now.
You're a fast learner. Very good. This will be much more efficient.
Fast learner or good adapter.
Then I'll be counting on you to provide my schedule for tomorrow.
I'll do
I'm
my
grateful
best.
for your assistance. Now, I will leave you here in peace to proceed with your work. I still have a few items from today's schedules that need addressing.
Oh boy.
If anything else is unclear, you can ask Buymeacoffee.
Take care, Lady Ningguang.
Alright, avoid anything too complicated. Oh, we actually made a schedule?
Don't you think that this schedule is a bit of a light load?
That's very clever. Let's see, the vacation's gonna be with the one who made that schedule. Me.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
true.
this thing on this
Lady
vacation a
Ningguang
long
has a
time, I
lot
bet.
of work to attend to, and frankly, she doesn't have many opportunities to rest.
Yeah, and that's why she has you
We
three.
do sometimes worry about her health, but her attitude is very Mora-driven. If
No,
by taking a break there's a chance she'll lose Mora, she'll never agree to it.
No amount of more is worth doing your
Huh.
life for, even your
I
health
see
for.
where you're coming from. Yes.
But any
You
amount
have
of
a
more
point.
isn't
All
more
right,
than
now,
worth getting
let's
involved
go
with
with your
me.
plan. I'm sure Lady Ningguang has plenty she wants to talk about with you.
If she even goes along
There's a
with
lot
it.
of things that need doing over at the auction venue, so I will be leaving you now.
Alright, if you say so.
I
Gonna
hope
emote
so too.
simply, we're gonna emote
You
simply
must be
back at them.
exhausted. Make sure you get an early night tonight.
Oh man, it's gonna be such hard work to establish a romantic relationship with the head of a city council, presumably is what this equivalent is. Wait until the following day. I thought you came at 4 in the morning here. Let's do 4. Man, she made me not fatigued, but I think it passed over to me. We could do this trope, huh? Oi, Okiro.
Yes, I'm already awake.
Hey,
I'll be out in a moment.
I'm
I'm just changing.
Hey, it's supposed to be my duty, isn't it?
Good morning. Did you sleep well? That's
Same
good.
as usual.
I was worried you'd be a little uncomfortable.
No nonsense.
So,
Well,
what's
just
item
get
1
locked
on
in the
today's
supply
schedule?
closet. Because probably the lowest rung on the ladder right now since we just introduced to working for her. Work for yourself.
I imagine this must have taken Buymeacoffee completely by surprise.
Yes, but since I'm the main character, she has to
Sure.
leave it up to me.
There's no harm in changing my schedule around once in a while. My schedule is usually very tightly packed, and any extra time I can squeeze out is spent on preparing for the future. So, it'll be quite nice to take a break.
Take
I
me a
don't
break,
often
huh?
feel tired.
But you do have many secretaries.
Seeing the Mora come in has a way of making me feel quite invigorated.
Oh, I know how you feel.
Still, your idea is very sensible. Mora can only lift a weary spirit. It cannot alleviate physical fatigue. So
Unless
then,
you approach
the
the
days
services
ahead
of a
of us.
masseuse.
any ideas on how to spend it?
Or lots of energy drinks. Something you never normally would have the opportunity to
Something
do.
I never have the opportunity to do.
Like maintain
Interesting.
heterosexual
Before I
relationships.
decide, I'd like to know
Instead of
what gave
whatever
you this
chess
idea?
games you and
Because as
Beto
far as
have.
most people are
have the
concerned,
sea of your chamber.
Mora is the key to any and all opportunities.
Remember the lead?
Yes,
Also a
you're
limitation.
absolutely right. This is what I appreciate about you. You see things the way they are rather than how they appear. I want to do something a little self-indulgent. Is that okay by you?
It's always
Thank you.
do as you please.
All right, here it is. I've always thought it would be fun to recapture what life was like before I joined the Liu Qixi.
Oh,
I was
feeling
born into a
nostalgic.
humble family, and all the wealth you see now began with a single haul of fish.
You know how to fish?
I had to. I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth. Fishing isn't the
She's
half
born
of
with
it.
silver hair
You'd be
on
amazed
her
at some
head.
of the odd jobs I've worked in my time. A lot of the
Or could
old folks
just
like to
straight
brag
out
about how I
straight
used to be their
distress it.
errand runner back in the day.
Very humble when you start working for someone to being the one to have to work for you. But it makes
They
sense.
were tough times,
The
but I
natural
had a clear
progression.
goal and plenty of
Most-
motivation.
Most
If I
entrepreneurs.
didn't make any money in the morning, I'd have no food for lunch. I guess that's why I came to be so obsessed with Mora. I want to relive that time from my life, feel some of that drive again, take a trip down memory lane. So how about it? Will you join me? Great.
Absolutely.
Then let me lay down the ground rules. We're not to use our status or reputation in Liyue Harbor to our advantage, and we have no starting capital. The goal is to see how much more we can make under these conditions.
Essentially, it just her life from step one. Find enjoyment from it, huh? Unexpectedly, Ningguang is the sort that likes to do those from zero to the top.
I can see why you'd suggest that. You're thinking I could use my knowledge of how Mora works to my advantage and make a lot of money there. But Northland Bank is a special case. I rather suspect I would not be welcome there.
Did he clash the
Yes,
past?
and also... never mind. I'll just show you. It won't eat up too much time. I expect they still hold a grudge against me to this day.
Oh, this is probably one of the paths split then. This is this is probably written with what's his name? Maybe some
Take it easy.
Dawei's input, or it's like, what did you always want to do when you weren't the multimillionaire CEO? Oh, I want to relive that glorious self-earning feeling again. I'm working for someone from nothing to something here. Maybe teleport. I said teleport actually. No, it's one again. It's an awkward spot. So right in the middle between the two teleport points here. But still, anyway, please calm down. Like, yeah, I feel a starvation where you can't eat for like several weeks. Might be looked upon
Lady
favorably as a
Ningguang,
soldier in the past.
I would hope that you're not here to create further trouble for the Fatui. With all due respect, too much official pressure will risk driving our bank out of business.
There's no need to be so hostile. I'm just here to
But
talk
because
business.
you're remembering it fondly now doesn't mean
So, are you in business or not?
how you
That depends
you might
on
have
the
a feeling
proposal.
that in the
And
past
it's
it
not
would
my
change.
decision alone. But first, tell me, why should we believe that you really are here for business? Because if you're here to make us suffer huge losses like last time, then I'm sorry, but none of us here can afford that.
Straight to the point, I see. Works for me. Traveler, we're leaving. Let's not waste any more of our time here.
No, she intentionally uses our time here to put down the opposing party. See how she really chooses her words. But it demean.
Do you see what I mean now?
other
Their
characters.
attitude was just as I expected.
They're trying to hide their
That's
hostility
for
here.
sure. Although our diplomatic relations with Snezhnaya haven't broken down completely.
Though I thought with
I dealt them a
her
rather ruthless blow
whole
with the
game of
size
trying
of the
to earn more
reparations
aside from
payment I
Zilia, she would
imposed.
find it more
This sum
entertaining
was
try to
paid by Northland Bank, so they
try
are
to
still
make up
wary of me to this day.
with her arch nemesis. I guess even that's too far. I mean, it's just the armor
Yes, with some exceptions, but that is more or less correct. If you encounter them in any other nations during your travels, be on your guard. They are more than just a commercial organization.
Oh,
that's okay.
Worth it, I wonder.
My intention here was to show you some of the repercussions of that great battle. But that's quite enough politics for today. Let's get back to our fun little survival game. Now that you mention it, yes. We're being watched.
Falling us to left,
what are they plotting this time?
Oh, I guess it's going for this straight and easy route.
Exactly. But we need to be discreet. If they realize we're onto them, then we'll lose the element of surprise. Let's act natural, determine who our tail is, then lure them somewhere more deserted so we can catch them.
Reverse tailing mission then.
Walk forward at a normal pace and don't do anything to give away that we suspect anything.
I highly doubt we're actually going to see anything then though. So it'll just be a normal walk. Like, it'll be quite fun if you actually look around, you can see like NPC poking out from behind one of the structures here. It's definitely not going to happen though.
Okay, I think we have a few potential suspects. There's a lot of foot traffic here, but if you look closely, you'll see only a handful of people have been watching us constantly.
In the cutscenes they appear though.
I'm still not sure which of them is our tail. Agreed.
Can they not all?
Whoever it is will continue to follow us.
Well, in these sort of situations, you either do a full loop around a certain location, be absolutely sure, or you go to a remote location and determine who's still following you after all that, to be absolutely sure that you have a tail. Both those are more very viable options here.
I think we've narrowed it down a little further. But let's stay
calm
until we're 100% sure. It shouldn't take much longer.
So let's see this character, huh? For being a rather undercover organization. Not very good at the whole covert thing, are they?
No, it's not here either. Oh, I'm gonna be in huge trouble when I get home.
Was that like stand that played earlier?
I think I have
and
the answer.
Gotten the answer wrong? Me too. Well,
Let's get out of his line of sight and sneak up on him. Don't get the wrong person, though, or all our efforts will have been for nothing.
Maybe the person is following us by chance.
Come now. Did you really think we wouldn't notice you sneaking around?
What? I'm not doing anything.
I don't know what scheme Northland Bank has in the works, and I don't know what they're paying you. But let's make a deal. How cooperative you are now decides how much immunity I give you when this gets investigated.
Or
do you seriously think Northland Bank won't throw you to the wolves when push comes to shove? Why don't you weigh the pros and cons and give me a clear answer before I retract my offer?
This sort of approach is a bit too direct, yes. And yourself a little bit more general, like, okay, you got around this. Alright, what are you doing? And then we're expecting to give us a story, and then we slowly pick at the story to determine all the irregularities and fact check their words and statement until we've fully proven they're guilty. But I guess Tibet has his own laws.
Sorry, Lady Ningguang. My assignment was just to follow you. I promise. That's it. When you showed up unannounced at Northland Bank, everyone was instantly on high alert. We figured you must be up to something, but your brief conversation left us none the wiser as to your intentions. We couldn't just overlook it. We had to get to the bottom of it before we could put our minds at rest.
Really, this
I
guy
know
against
they're
you?
wary of me, but this is still an overreaction, surely. This all feels very suspicious. There must be more to this than he is letting on. I only took you there to demonstrate how tense things are.
Oh wait, now
Somehow
I'm thinking
we only
about it.
tested the waters.
Was he
and
talking
ended
to us
up
here?
with the catch of the
Directly here?
day. Is there anyone else following us besides you?
Yes.
Oh, so I see it
They would have
disappeared
seen
again.
this
Great.
and reported back.
Then we need to get moving. The longer they have to react, the fewer clues they'll leave behind.
Maybe in these sort of situations, what we should do here is turn us. Crap! Damn, you realize this hair, what generic main character I have isn't real. Ourselves around. Let's more or less talk. It's like this could be a pain to constantly move our character back and forth here. Or maybe we can just do like something like this. Oh, but then it's like some of us. Yeah, it's quite difficult to put ourselves here with it. Maybe I feel that's a bit too low, isn't it? Oh, it's good. Every time we leave the sentence here, we're gonna have to change ourselves again.
No time. I'll just have to improvise.
Quite a lot.
Keep
is
him
the most
with you.
important thing, evidence.
Do not let him slip away.
Easier said than done, depending on that, but he's already gone. Well, that whole detective work was easy enough, but I think there was only like really 2 people, and they give a massive hit with the whole watching you on the stairs thing.
Are you saying that Ningguang hasn't done
Crap.
anything?
Like this time.
Impossible.
Flip ourselves back
She
here.
wouldn't have shown up here out of the blue without good reason. Keep
Move
investigating.
ourselves
We
back.
must ascertain her intentions.
So much commotion. This must be
there
an
we go.
important meeting.
Oh, great.
It looks like I wasn't supposed to be privy to the contents of this particular meeting. This simplifies things.
So, you are here to investigate us after all. Where did you get wind of this?
That doesn't matter. What matters
we got
is that
lucky
I
here.
made a brief and
Oh, that's what
inconsequential
that sounded like.
visit,
We
and your
lost the
first
part when we
reaction was
randomly
to
talking to
immediately
a
arrange a
stranger on the
sizable
bridge.
surveillance operation with myself as
Nice.
the target.
Even though
You couldn't
before
have advertised
she
your
told
guilty
us
conscience more
to pick the right
clearly if
person in the
you'd
first place.
tried. You may as well come clean. You know I will not turn a blind eye to any violation of the rules in Liyue Harbor.
Even if we cooperate with her investigation, she's bound to find problems even where there are none. Well, if you're such a stickler for the rules, you can carry out your investigation by the book. The Northland Bank has no obligation to cooperate, even with a member of the Liyue Qixi.
Fine by me. Then I'll take my time. But you'll be begging to tell me everything by the time I'm through.
So to go up against Ningguang. That's how I was expecting it to go on for a little bit longer there. Well, that's a Ningguang route done. The achievement, and now the next person we're standing for. Sure. Dog guy, why not? He's probably in Azuma, right? Oh, crashes. Damn, too time realized I should change the language. I should change the language to every single time we switch regions here. Completely slipped my mind. Alright, it's fine. We're going to go through all the characters and try to get their endings anyway at the end of this. I can redeem myself then. What language am I on again? What am I on right now then? Oh, English. Whoops. I mean, I guess if we really wanted to, we could just make the exact same choices.
Yes.
Or even better, just go through one route. One route per language.
尻尾の毛も滑らかになるじゃろう。こんな綺麗な尻尾が生えておるんじゃ。大事にせねばならぬ。そうじゃろ？
そんなことには興味がない。遠慮させてもらう。
口ではそう言っておっても
feels affinity for this
耳が立
person
っておるぞ。
Because they fall into the
男女の
same
尻尾は専門的な手入れを受けておらぬよう
genus?
じゃ
Is
が、
it?
毛
Of
並みは
mammal?
悪くない。つまり、汝が自ら手入れをしている
Fox,
証
dog.
拠
I
じゃ。
guess not that far
丸くうずくま
far
り、
away.
柔らかな尻尾を抱きしめながら、夢の世界に入るのが癖になっているようじゃの。
なぜそのことをふざけるな。俺は渡積島の大将だ。そんなことをするわけがない。
Come back and be like, what is the general of that island doing on this island then?
もふもふした尻尾を抱きしめながら寝たいという気持ちは、わらわ
Oh,
に
it's
も
also
理
a bit
解
hard
で
to,
き。
because clearly they're talking to each other, so maybe I should just let myself a rest
また
or
お前
just
に流されるところだった。
affiliated with this conversation.
よく考えてみれば、俺はどうしてお前と尻尾の話なんかしているんだ？
どうしてって、汝がもふもふした尻尾を持っておるからじゃ。かわいいと思うぞ。
どうにかしてこの状況を打開しなければ。
Alright, that's enough.
お前はよかった。頼む。
Get me
助け
in
てく
on,
れ。
get me in on this
こ
bullying
れ
of
はこれは。
the dog general
わ
as
らわ
well.
の一番お気に入りのわっぱではないか。まさかここで会うとはのう。今尻尾の話をしていたところじゃ。五郎の尻尾は綺麗じゃろう。触ってみたいと思わぬか？
おい、なんでお前まで。
これで五郎も分かったじゃろう。自分の尻尾がどれほど魅力的かを。
失礼いたします。
Sorry,
宮
brother.
司様、頼まれていました例の件ですが、
But
滞りなく完
Fox
了いたし
Maiden
ました。今回
comes
はある大
before
物画家に依頼しましたので、完
dog
成
boy.
品にご満足いただ
Okay,
け
in
るか
terms
と。
of level of importance in and romantic relationships.
問題がなければ店の前に置くことにする。さて、冗談はここまでじゃ。せっかく鳴上島に来たんじゃ。ここの変化をとくと見ていくとよい。汝らが鳴上島で楽しく過ごせることを願っておるぞ。
あいつ、去り際になん
Oh,
だか
and I
変
guess
な
he's
目
gone
つきで
slash
俺の
that.
ことを見てた
He's
よな。
actually talking to us then.
まさか何か企んでいるのか？はあ、お前には恥ずかしいところを見せた。今日俺が八重堂を訪ねたのは三国宮様のための本を買うためだったんだ。渡積島が幕府と平和条約を結んで以来、互いの関係はより親密なものとなった。そこで俺も幕府が統治する地がどんな場所なのか見てみたいと思ったんだ。
No, yeah, Mika.
何度か話したことがあるんだが、未だに慣れない。
Nemesis.
俺はああいった人が苦手なんだ。背が高く変わった話し方をする。それに彼女からは妙な圧も感じるしな。戦場で会うならまだしも、普段の生活で会ったらどう接していいのかわからん。これも俺の弱点の一つなのかもしれないな。
I don't want to help you overcome this weakness.
それは助かる。実を言うとずっと不安だったんだ。あんな風に狼狽する俺の姿を兵士たちが見たらがっかりしてしまうんじゃないかと。だから彼らのためにも俺は変わらねばならない。弱点を克服した後、八重巫女にもう一度挑みに行こう。 ところで、お前には何かいい方法があるのか?
No problem. First, let's just try to... Come on. First, let's have you put on this dress. Ah, okay, there you go. Now I fixed it, but also ruined it here. Let's have you put on this dress so you can understand. Oh my god, so annoying. When I move it on this, it doesn't move on that window as much here. Anyway, yeah, put on this dress so you can understand that woman's feelings, shall we? That could have been done better, but it is what it is. Here, and then he's still talking to us. Still look up to him like this. I have to do that, and then move myself back here. Okay. Let's start with some personality, shall we?
繰り返し何度でも訓練ができる。そして、その訓練を乗り越えたとき、今後似たような状況に陥っても対応できるはずだ。いい方法だな。では、まず何から始める?
Now, it's like quite the expression, but if you find something, you're being degraded verbally.
あの時、部下と歩いていたら商人に出会ったんだ。いろいろと勧められるがまま商品を買ってしまってな。
Ah, you got financially manipulated. Nope,
やってみる価値はあるな。確か離島という島があったはずだ。
I think we go with a more recent example though.
そこは
We're gonna play as the Miko.
外国の商人が集まる場所だと聞いた。より雰囲気を近づけることができるかもしれない。
Oh, okay. And then now is what I should have done, where stuff back here. Like this. That's how it's meant to. So it's meant to go here. Okay. Even though they didn't mention, I guess we're also gonna like have the situation be in the exact same location as it was in the past too. Not introduce unfamiliar situation with familiar characters to create the perfect blend of personalization. Okay, and since he's talking this again. So, tedious. So back.
実にいい場所だな。では始めるとしよう。人の心を操る女商人の役を頼む。
Oh, is that merchant? That was gonna be some random unnamed merchant.
実は最近、寝る時の毛布が不足していると兵士たちがよく口にしているのを耳にするんだ。毛布を10枚くれないだろうか。
Sure, that'll be 20,000 more.
払おう。
That's it.
手頃な値段だ。値切りする必要はないんじゃないか。それもあまり高くないと思うが、高いのか？すまない。軍需品の準備はいつもサンゴノ宮様が担当していたんだ。だからその値段にも詳しくなくてな。何がどうおかしいのかわからないんだ。
Oh, here's a character that is born with a silver spoon in their mouth.
俺が値切らなければ、お前が協力してくれているこの状況も意味をなさない。
He's willing to accept whatever price is given in a Hegel economic structure. You're more interested.
なら、ケーキでもいいだろうか。
Sure, that'll be half price for a single slip.
ケーキの値段くらいは俺も知ってるぞ。
Do one little thing for me.
よくよく考えてみると、10万モラもするケーキだ。きっとそんじょそこらのケーキよりもうまいんじゃないか？
What are you, your average YouTube viewer?
で足りるはずだが。まさか 10万モラもするケーキなどないのか？残念だ。どうやら商人との交渉を真似るにはこの辺の知識が俺たちに足りていないようだ。俺たちがよく見かけるようなやつで他に誰か真似できる人物はいないか？
Certain Fox made jokes. Nope.
ファディか？
Vtuber,
それ
I
なら
guess.
野外に行く必要があるな。早速試してみよう。
God. Good thing the both of us are athletically fit young males, so our body can actually stand all this walking and wandering everywhere. And of course, we have these characters too to make quicker traveling easier as well.
ファデュには会ったことあるが、俺よりも背の高いやつらばかりだった。俺も毎日欠かさず訓練に励んでいるが、奴らみたいな屈強な筋肉はつきそうにない。あと数年訓練を続ければつくのだろうか。
It's one thing I could add here. That'll make the scene better here. Oh, don't disappear on me, Net. Can't wait. Okay, you want to assume this way he is. He can probably change a little bit if you want to pay a fortune for some dessert here.
この体格と関係がないのは知っている。だ
That's
が
a sign of fiscal
俺の背がもう
irresponsibility.
少し高く、体つきもたくましくあれば、敵に突撃するとき、俺の後ろ姿をよりはっきりと彼らは見ることができる。そうすれば陣形も乱れなくなるはずだ。俺がいる限り、彼らは俺の後ろをついてきてくれる。あ、話がそれたな。訓練を続けよう。それで、誰の真似をするつもりだ？
Oh. Let's do that. It should be added. No, no. I have to actively update here first. Where'd I put it? Oh crap! Oh, that changed to something else. Whoops! All right, there we go. Oh, it actually looks like this session's going to end shorter than I thought, cause with the battery that you're using to attract this lovely phase. So we're gonna run out soon. Oh, and I think this is where plastic as well. Let me amuse myself a little longer. So I was pretty convincing. See if his eyes closed or something, so he's gonna use his force.
いや違う。後ろを見ろ。俺の勘違いではない。お前がファディのセリフを先に奪っただけみたいだ。武器を構えろ。
Where? Oh. Wait, I'm not ready yet. Give me a second. Let me sit. And of course, the thing I was talking about earlier was transparent here. This is really not a good set of characters to throw a lot into all of a sudden like this. Yeah, that's exactly why. Okay, yeah, this isn't gonna happen. Like this. Probably gonna make us redo that scene, huh? I'll switch. Actually, I'm in the third slot too for some reason. Oh, the second one, the one where I'm like trying to get their affection up. Okay. I wish I give some sort of warning. They're gonna throw us in the comments. I can always decide when we want convenience or combat. We're gonna pick the same choice here, but we're just gonna skip the lines again. And of course, well, actually it doesn't matter now, does it? They just put all the all the enemies of that faction in there. The choice of whatever word you say doesn't really matter here. Ow, holy cow. Still hurt quite a bit though. Come on, was it? Oh, right. To fix everything that's messing with my button presses here. These Suchus have been soloing frequently. Because there's a lot to adjust to every single time it does happen. The last one? No. You were way over there for some reason. Oh my god, there's more? Seriously? Oh, fine. Have it your way. It's almost as bad as when we had to fight all those enemies in during the archipelago like, fantasy Midsummer Night reference situation with the first character, Samurai boy. Come on. We're done yet? Thank God, only 2 weeks. Now we can switch. Immerse ourselves back here. Face him head to literally head to head. Where is place? Take the person you're fearing more. I mean, I did do that from the start, really. It's the law of nature. Sink or swim. Time to get thrown in the deep end. In general. Oh, and after we just went all the way out there, now I can make us go all the way back here. And you just know she's gonna still be watching me. Step at the worst time too. Ready? Or not? Oh, kawaii koto. Let's see that gorgeous. Yaimiko?
ヤエミコとは全く雰囲気が違った。お前の演技が悪いというわけではない。原因は別にある。今ふと気づいたんだ。俺が恐れてるのは彼女のあの意味深な笑みと人の心を見透かすような目なのかもしれない。あれを前にすると俺の秘密は隠れることもできず、余すことなく覗かれているかのような気になるんだ。だがお前は違う。俺はお前のことを信頼している。だから自らお前と秘密を共有したいと思っているんだ。たとえお前が彼女の話し方を意図的に真似ようとも、俺は恐れない。なぜなら俺たちは共に戦った仲間だからだ。
Yeah, me good cosplay this for our main character.
でもそれって俺たちの訓練が失敗したってことだよな。悔しいことだが、俺は自分のこの弱い一面を受け入れなければならないということか。これからも俺はこの弱点と共に生きていく。考えただけで気が重くなってくる。
何？
本当か？甘いものを食べるのは久々だ。
Yeah, I guess we could just have you meet her again. Played the reverse where normally she always chases him, have him chase her until he manages to accomplish whatever his goal is supposed to be. Where I came from? Oh, wrong way. How far was that? Just across the bridge, it looks like. And this is a situation where it feels like the day and the day is ending.
軍営の中では
We're
そうめっ
eating
たに食べられるものじゃない。兵士
the
たちに
course
と
that
っ
comes
て
after dinner.
これは贅沢な
There's
品
dessert.
だ。食料の供給が改善されても甘味より肉や酒の方が優先される。
Just like
だから
the Romans do.
ケーキをご馳走してくれたこと感謝する。唯一心残りといえば鳴上島の菓子は成功すぎて思いっきり食べられないことだな。しかしサンゴノ宮様も言っていた。兵士たるもの忍耐と自制が必要だと。
Well, this sounds a bit. I want to try my
いい
cake.
のか？それじゃあ遠慮なく。甘い。
斬新な料理はあるのかしら。
I just thought it really was. Now, this one was a bit unsatisfying though, because nothing really got resolved there. Just. I was just like. Yeah, I mean, we're supposed to help you with your problem, but instead we just ended up having fun all our own here. God, it's so tedious because I move myself back and forth here. Alright. Well, the next memory then is back in Leeway again. Which means changing the language then. And probably gonna be in the ship, right? Yep. I think her area is one of the places that have the most quest affiliates, but also the ones that we disrupted if you hadn't even started investigating her ship.
嘿，旅行者，大姐头果然把你请过来一起参加反红庆祝了。哎，旅行者，听说你这次又解决了盗窃的大事件，是这样吧？哎，我也听说了，因为有了旅行者，盗窃的演授令才被停止的。干得真漂亮！
Eavesdropping right now, so
大姐头的眼光果然毒
this
辣。
sounds like
他
right
上次还
side
说，
here.
旅行者这趟盗窃之行一定会搅起无穷风波。
Well, I want to have a chat with the god.
大家都知道，
Fighting
之
her
前守护
instead
音
and
乐
saving the
港，
country,
旅
no.
行者
No
可是
big
功不
deal.
可没。
Feel free to share this with
据说
Captain, by
蒙
the
德那
way.
边也流传着关于荣誉骑士的故事，实在佩服。
所以说，这样了不起的人，是不是应该留在南十字呢？大家说对不对？没错，一想到要是能和旅行者成为同伴，我都有点兴奋起来了。来和我扳个手腕吧。啊，我还担心你会不会太忙，没工夫过来呢。
Oh, Peter there.
大姐头来了。
大姐头，我们在游说旅行者呢。北斗姐，你也想点办法，把旅行者请上船怎么样？他不是已经来了船上，要和我们一起庆祝了吗？光参加一次庆祝怎么够？要今后每一次都在才好呢。
Ah, problem solved. Why losing battery so fast?
好好
I even
好，
have it
我
plugged
明
in
白。
because one of the
旅行者风姿
spokes
过
was coming
人，
out.
人尽向往，
Someone missed
连
it.
我也心生敬佩。
Huh.
如果能有这样一位同伴，那当然是南十字
I
的荣
guess that
幸
really。tells you just
是啊是啊。
just how dark my place
可
is.
话说回来，如此英杰，是有必须要完成的事情才踏上旅途的。难道要别人停下自己的脚步，和我们一起整天漂泊在海上吗？这样一来，所谓永远前行的南十字，反而成了其他前行者的阻碍了吧？对啊，是我们没有考虑周到。
You're so dark
别
'cause
忘
I'm
了，
trying to conserve
与其请求
electricity
强
here.
者同行，倒不如让自己成为引力的中心更好。当初各位也是因为
But
这
during
个
this sucks
才选择上
quite a
船的
bit
吧
of？battery.
是啊，强者自强。
So I have that
居然
and
差点
what
忘了大姐头
room
最
lights
初的
on
教
here.
诲，还好有大姐头提醒。
Then rack up quite a bill
想起来就好，
for the
大
month.
伙就不要惦记这事了，都先去忙吧。我和旅行者还有话要说。
The unfortunate realities of being in the current
你能过来，
lost right
我
now.
很高兴，再次欢迎你。
You want a tight ship, Captain?
实话说，这个词我不太喜欢，听起来像是什么玉京台上的大官儿。 但你说的话，我就当作是夸我有威信了。但我若耽于这些
Are
虚名，
charging? Oh, I
恐
am.
怕
Okay,
南十
never
字
mind.
还走不到
Okay,
今天。
I'm stealing everything
海
now.
上风云变幻，
Go
身
on.
为船队首脑，我的任务就是永远保持
Phone's
前路
actually
的正
taking the
确。
charge here.
话说回来，
We can go
大伙
for
平时也不是这样，
a long
虽
amount
不算
intended
恃才
here.
傲物，但也有几分心气。今天这样热情，说到底是对你的认可，无论是从实力上还是品格上，所以请你不要见怪。
Oh, it seems a bit redundant to say no offense, but I mean, the fact that it's coming out of your mouth already lets me know it's your opinion. So it doesn't. So anything to say won't exactly take to heart as the truth. Just the opinion of so and so character, so and so person. I'm actually quite in life.
那很巧，这次返航，我们恰好有新船员的招募与
I
培训，
mean,
可以
it's
了
hard
解
to
不
vote
少
for
关
our
于海上
ships,
生活的
and
知识。
usually ours are men.
既然你有兴趣，不如来一起体验体验。正好我也想看看，路上叱咤风云的旅行者，是不是也有在海上翻云覆浪的天分。
Hi, Captain. All right.
跟
Show
我
me
来
the
吧，
ropes.
今天让你见识点新鲜的。也不知道上面是什么情况。
It could be like those a day in a life
众
of
佐大副正在给新人们讲
events.
话，对你来说，这种
Some
无聊的
com-
环节还是免了。
Some
在
companies
之
have
后
like,，
新人们会根据自己的意愿和船队的需
day
要，被编入
day in the
两
life
队，
of
接受
soldier
更
and all
专业的
that.
训
You
练
can。go to like the virtual
其中
ring.
一队将会学习海上生存的综合知识，包括海上急救、天象观测、心理疏导这些。他们今后将作为船队的后盾，为安全航行提供支持，所以我们也称之为南十字之盾。南十字之
Pen
笔
the，crux?
真是天马行空的想法。可惜我们这儿不是外文集社。通常来说，我们会把另一队叫做南十字之矛，他们将要学习海战相关的知识，也就是所谓的武装船员。
I guess that makes
另外
sense.，
船队的货物交易也多由他们经手。怎么样？你的话
That's also
对哪个更感兴趣？
Well, the weapon a ship often uses. Let's probably like combat, sorry, like defend it.
果然
Yeah, chef，
你有一颗守护他人的心呐。那
I'm
么
not sure we're
南
on
十字之盾的
eligible
具体科目
bachelors.
又可以
There's
细
a
分为生
shoot
存
to
知
do
识和娱乐知识。
since she
生
the
存知
aggressive
识
star
就如我
anyways.
先前所说，
And
包括海
just
上伤病预防、海图辨识与绘
so
制、
we want to be
简
her
单
other
天象
half.
观测等等。先去和银
Soften
杏、
the
彗星、六十
she
他们了
leads
解
by
这些吧，
example.
他们也
As
算
the
是各自
front,
领
we
域
can
的
be in
老
the
手
back.
了。
Show we're a good supporter. And she's most definitely gonna be the one that always tries being a dominant one in the relationship.
所谓尺长寸短，各有千秋。虽然我也略懂一些，但你可不要小看了其他人。
I think it's
如果
more
说
just
船
like
队有什么是最让我骄傲的，
the
那
ones
就是
have
这
more
帮伙伴了。
specialized knowledge. She has
快去
general
吧，
knowledge of every
之
role.
后我会有一些小问题来考考你，真是有些期待你的表现。
A small achievement there.
也不知道上面是什么。
What are you doing as
你好，旅
the
行
shield
者，
of
我是
Aquas?
银杏，南十字的船医。水手们无论是运船、风寒之类大病小病的治疗，还是截肢什么的，都由我来负责。
It's the rather vivid memory of her doing amputations at sea here when it's within
是
rolling
北斗
waves.
喜安排的吧？那就由我为你介绍一下。首先，你知道对新人来说，航海最危险的是什么吗？
Biggest danger, probably losing a
这在
limb.
海
Huh?
上确实比较麻烦，但还不是最危险的。对新人来说，航海最危险的其实是对危险的掉以轻
Which
心
is。not any of the
我
choices.
见过很多新船
So
员
couldn't have gotten it right
自
if
诩
we
年
wanted
轻
to.
力壮，对所谓的伤病预防不屑一顾，以为在路上没有问题，在海上也就能安然无恙。这样想的家伙，最后都狠狠吃了苦头。所有人都该知道，海上航
What am I
行，
looking at right now?
尤
Oh,
其是远航，
it's
是一
just
件
a
恶劣
third
环境
person,
里的
right?
苦差
You
事
can。actually see our
我
character
们要
put
面
ourselves
对
back like
由
this
物
then.
资短缺带来的营养失衡，
I
要
think we were
面
talking
对
about
骤
beta
烈的
earlier. I
温
forgot to
差
change
与
it
严
now.
酷的天气导致的伤寒杂病，甚至还可能有因信息闭塞和
It's
缺乏
tired to
娱
have to
乐
constantly
造成的
remember.
心理问题。更关键
A
的，
little
海
micromanaging
上没有
stuff.
多
I
么
have
丰富的
to,
药
I
物
have
与
to
治疗
switch
手段，
tabs, move,
哪怕是一些
move
小
stuff
问
around like
题，也
this.
可能走向不
and then
可
move
挽
it
回的
back.
结果。
need for amputations.
你恐怕还以为我之前在开玩笑吧？
Medicine back
也
in
不
the
奇怪，
fantasy
大多新人
medieval
都会
ages
这么
was
想。
quite primitive.
但希望现在你可以正视这一点，很
No
多
way to
事
treat
本
and
不该发生。
detoxify a limb.
好了，我想对
Straight
新人而
amputation
言，
for for
知道
spreading.
这些应该就足够了。你还有要问的吗？你也关注他们吗？怪不得北斗姐对你另眼相待，看来也不全是因为实力吧。 要是你能说服钱眼儿把账簿给你看看，你会发现船队有一项固定成本，条目名叫“伤残船员定期疗养支出及抚恤金”。无论船队的收入如何，这笔支出都是雷打不动的，每年都会送到那些并肩作战过的伙伴手中。如今他们已经回到路上，有些做起了小生意，有些出去云游四方了。如果能忘记身体的缺陷， 他们或许过得比我们逍遥得多吧。只可惜，谁能真正忽略那些伴随一生的伤痛呢？唯一让人安慰的，就是有北斗姐在的南十字，不会忘记任何人。你还有要问的吗
For myself, look. This here. Maybe. No, I don't really know a way I can make this work here. And then that's one of the places. We can just move
一定
on.
要注意身体健康哦。
If we choose to pick the top two first. This red dot's bothering me too. What is combat? Oh, guess I'm ready to come back to that. I
旅行者，真不好意
feel like
思啊。
still feel like doing it,
刚
of
刚光
course.
顾着请你加入船队，却没注意到这让你为难了。还好有大姐头提醒。那你倒是找对人了。说句自夸的话，整个璃月港最有天分的航海士就在你面前。我就先介绍下对新人来说海图辨识的关键吧。如果有问题，你可以随时打断我。当我们拿到一份参数繁杂的海图，你知道重点要看什么吗？要看上面标注的岸形、岛礁点、水深、水文要素和危险物这几类。有了这些内容，你至少能够确定有没有可能找出一条安全的航线来。在表示方法上，海图采用的绘制法也比较特殊，因为不像陆地有显眼的参照，大多海图没有固定的比例尺，并不好判断准确的距离。只有最先进的海图才会配置一份附图，上面标注了不同颜色的辅助线来表示距离。特别一提，在我的主持下，南十字用的就是这种哦。另外，还有些绘制者会在图上标记出一些特别的点，通常是些特殊符号，如果没有注释，几乎很难看懂。不止这个，还有从各个渠道得来的残破海图。说实话，对我来说也挺有挑战的，因为它们可能有着很长很长的历史了，那上面的符号我从没见过。但越这样，就越会觉得，要是不把它们破解了，一定会错过很多大海的秘密吧。还好有大姐头在，不知道她从哪弄来了些符号学的古籍给我，这样我也能边学边用的研究下去。想来也就大姐头神通广大，能搞来这些市面上没有的东西了。不管是古海图还是符号学的古籍，有些扯远了。其实关于海图辨识的基础知识，大致就是这些内容了。你还想知道什么吗，旅行者？
I guess yeah, then move on and pick one. Well, there's only one choice to show we can do it here.
这个难度就更高了呢。说实话，我在这方面造诣其实挺一般的，因为我们现在使用的海图完全是在上一任航海士留下的基础上所做的修订版。只是由于海图具备的现实性，就是说得把大海时刻变换的情况更新到图中。 这就是我为数不多的绘图经验了。但是我觉得这个你倒是可以去问问大姐头，因为之前就有一次船队误入了一片未知的海域，由于担心危险，我们没有太过深入，很快就返航了。但航行过的区域全被大姐头自己绘制成了简易海图，以便未来探索。没想到吧？我当时也很吃惊，原来大姐头自己就可以搞定这些。因为我有天分嘛，她当然要培养我了。嘿嘿。 其实不仅是我，还有大家也一样。之前啊，我也有跟你一样的疑惑。 毕竟很多船队的航海士就是船长兼任的。我没想明白，干脆就直接去问他了。结果大姐头笑着训了我一顿，说就算是阎王帝君，也从来不是孤军奋战的。他希望船上的每个人都能独当一面，这样南十字就不是他一个人撑起来的南十字。即使将来有一天他不在船上了，这个队伍也能一直前行下去。
Localization faults in here.
别看大姐头平时风风火火、大大咧咧的，但真的为大家考虑了很多呢。你还想知道什么吗，旅行者？
He's so stubborn. Even the immortal can't change him for some reason.
应该的啦，你不是大姐头的朋友嘛，那也就
She's
是
so
我的朋友。
amazing. Even our local god couldn't compare. Find a more direct example of that. You just read any Wuxian novel. It has this exact characterization shown in it. And now got nothing to. Oh, in the crow's nest. No easy way of getting up there though. So every single time, like stop. Okay. God damn it. Stop and go up here. Go up a little bit more. And wait again here. And doesn't have, god damn it, weird entrance that you normally have for some reason. I'm not gonna have enough. It's just so hard. This thing. It's also why you kind of need like manual climbing. You just have to sort of, because you just sort of guess where you throw your body.
旅行者，
Stick
你好
onto
啊
the surface.
你是不是来找我了解海上天象观测的？
About astrology, meteorology, and everything.
干我这活计的，眼神不好使可不行啊！我刚看见大姐头带你在新人培训那边转了转，接着你又去了银杏和彗星那里，和他们聊了会儿，我就猜到了，大姐头大概是想让你了解了解我们的船员生活吧。那我就不废话了，给你介绍下海上天象观测的要点吧。所谓海上天象，主要指海上的天气与海洋现象。 像什么海雾、风暴潮、海龙卷之类的，这些大多都会影响到船队的安全航行。但好在无论是什么天象，到来之前都有预兆。就拿海龙卷来说，那是一种发生在海面上的高速旋转风，它的吸力能轻易卷起大型船只，危害很大。但如果你知道海龙卷只可能产生在高温、高湿且有大片乌云的环境中，你就能有所准备。 如果你还知道海龙卷发生前，海面会刮起相反方向且速度差很大的风，你就会更加警惕。最关键的，如果你还注意到乌云里冒出了一个小小的白白的涡旋，你就该赶紧通知大家，准备避开前方航线了。那就是海龙卷的预兆。很高兴这些年我没有漏过任何一个预兆。
Sea creature we fought a bunch of times, rearing its head there.
这样说就惭愧了。 我的很多经验其实都是大姐头教的，就包括刚刚和你说的那些天象观测的内容，他才是真的行家。你知道望舒客栈旁边的小渔村吗？听说大姐头很小的时候就在那里做工了，后来又到了港口讨生活，一直在这种环境里摸爬滚打，难怪水上的一切他都门儿清。最初我上船的那段日子，每天都在怀疑，难道自己以前的水手生涯都是虚度了吗？ 直到后来渐渐习惯了这些新知识、新见闻， 我才明白南十字能够如此强大的原因。毕竟不是每支船队都有一位龙王坐镇的，真幸运能够加入这里。
Interesting. I think I learned.
以后要是想知道更多，还可以再来找我。
And is that always the learn I want there?
这么快就结束了，我还以为得再有一阵子呢。哎，你感觉怎么样
over? No problem.
口气不小嘛，可不要小看南十字之盾哦。不过这股自信的劲头我倒很喜欢。我们开始吧。首先，海上航行并不总是一帆风顺，伤病会时刻困扰着船员们。而这里面最危险的，你知道是什么吗？
Most of the text, so I actually have to move it. Underestimating danger.
确定是这个答案吗？那么第二题，
And they're gonna even give us some,
你应该了解到了，
more attention,
海上航行的
I could
航
tell us
线
with the right
是依靠海
immediately.
图制定的，
Can't give us that
而南
instant
十字使用的
gratification.
那份还配置有一张附
Or
图，
solace.
附图中标注了许多颜色不同的辅助线。你知道那些线的作用吗？
Oh crap! I didn't pay attention to this one though. It's funny movie. Definitely not that one. Right. Well, for the most variation would definitely be the different types of currents.
原来你是这样想的。那么最后一题，船队远航必须要避开那些危险的海上天象，其中就有一种叫做海龙卷的恶劣天气，甚至可能导致船毁人亡。所以我的问题是，既然我们要避开海龙卷，那么怎样才能最准确的预判它要来了？
Multicolored markings for green and the and then zeta plus y order. It's pretty much the same. Plus white rings. No.
好，我的问题就这3个。
These ones.
想不想知道你答的怎么样？
Want to know how I did?
让我看看，这3个问题你一共答对了2题，还算不错。毕竟只花了这么一小会儿，很多人经历了完整的培训，也未必能有你回答的好。看来在生存知识这方面，你已经达到一名合格船员的标准。那么是时候带你学习一些南十字之盾的娱乐课程了。
Good rest is not my decoration.
我们的娱乐项目可都是正经的娱乐项目。要知道，远航的最初几天或许还算新鲜，但日子一久，那一成不变的大海、与世隔绝的生活，很容易让人精神出问题。所以说，一定的正经的娱乐活动是有必要的。我们新人培训里提供了很多兴趣爱好课程，包括花式捕鱼、留影、下棋、斗虫斗鸟。哦，还有之前万叶建议的诗词歌赋赏析、听风大会什么的。每位新人都至少要参加1项，为了日后在海上有事可做。当然，如果你的爱好就是徒手降服海怪，之后我也可以去安排。好了，今天还是先按众所拟定的培训日程来吧。印象中应该是留影课，走，我带你去看看。
I mean, making a choice for quick, that's when the check marks might really throw you off, though. Because you end up picking and you're really not sure which is the right one. Or you picked the right one, but you don't know if it was right or the wrong answer you picked earlier.
哎呀，大姐头你来了。哎，留影课老师刚托人送话来，说身体不舒服，今天来不成了。
Oh, I guess we can move ourselves back. I guess we can move ourselves here. So sitting into the conversation with two parties. Captain, if I may, know a little bit about
没想到你还挺博学。既然如此，不如你帮帮忙，今天给大家当一回留音老师怎么样？
哎，刚好原先的留音老师是临时通知，弄得我也没法安排其他课程，这一天可就白费了。要是旅行者能来当老师，那就正好了。
Teaching about photography, just besides just showing them how to operate it and work the lighting.
好，痛快。
So image
coherent. 让大家都过来吧，来见见我们新的留音老师。
Which can be done with guesswork more than anything. No pressure or anything. Oh, and I guess since we're actually
大伙都在这儿了，请这位老师开
up
始
here
吧。
in the star, we can move ourselves back to like this. Or we can have one condition.
没问题，看你有备而来的样子，应该已经有了想要的人选吧？你觉得谁比较合适？
I think the most suitable model is getting me.
可以倒是可以，不过你们看，今天孤云阁的风景非同一般呢。如果拍下来，一定很有留念价值。我看今天就给孤云阁留影吧，模特就不必了。
哎呀，大姐头，你忘了，之前咱们订的留影课就是人像留影啊，风景初看新鲜。 看久了实在单调，如果学习人像留影的技术，将身边人的生活都记录下来，那才能给大家排忧解闷吧。这可是大姐头您的原话啊。
And we could open your cruise up
有
to
这种事吗？
the glory of voyeurism.
这样，你看慧心怎么样？我觉得她很适合面对镜头。还有芙蓉、钱眼儿、小月也不错的。
No,
什么嘛，北斗姐，我就算了，
I would
连
get
小
thrown
月
in
都被拉
leeway
出来了吗？
if I asked
这种
to
推
be
脱
our
的样子，可
model.
不像平时的你啊！你可是我们的大姐头，当然是你来当模特最合适啦。
说的对呀，哎，大姐头，旅行者可是您请来当老师的，他有需要，您怎么也得配合配合呀。哎，再说了，大姐头好像还从没留影过，是该有一张画像了。 要最英武、最有气势的那种，以后招新的时候还能拿去宣传宣传。
你们这些家伙！既然你也这样说，那好吧，我也不想扫了兴致。所以现在我要怎么做？这位旅行者老师，这样吗？
You look a little stiff.
不可能。
It's almost like you
虽然没有留影过，但这种小事还难不倒我。一定是光线的问题，你看错了。
Very comfortable.
我可没有那样说过。
Go somewhere
换个地
quiet.
方，
Do a little
然后拿着画像回来指导大家吗？
我觉得不错。
beta.
大家说是不是？
但说不定光线也会有问题的。不过。 我倒想先听听你的意思。要是有足够好的地方，也不是不能考虑。事先说好，我可不保证一定会答应，还是得看什么地方。
How about your cabin quarters? Where's that choice? No? Second best and the top mountain, I guess.
俯瞰璃月港。
Should get a nice breeze and
但是
being in the ocean.
我想了想，可能我还是对留影机这种冰凉的小玩意儿没有感觉吧。相较而言，果然还是跟大家待在一起，热热闹闹的更让人舒服。所以我还是决定把留影这种事丢去一边吧。抱歉了，这回就当我北斗欠你个人情了。
That's a hard doubt. Oh no. She managed to pick a wrong choice here. Oh, that is unfortunate. We're so close to ending it too.
哟，大家
怎么了，仲总？
哎呀，大姐头你来了。
I clearly one of the choices we make was wrong.
可真不好。
Well, definitely because it's the only one we can make.
要是旅行者，
你觉得呢？
So now we know.
好嘞。
Likes crowds.
大伙儿都在这儿了，什么条件？没问题。你觉得谁比较合适？
I think we still want to go with Cat here. And the other choice, since she's kind of no longer associated with it, wouldn't really make sense here.
什么嘛，北斗姐，你可是我们的大姐。
Find the right words.
再说了，以后招新的时候。
Maybe trust your crew would be more convincing.
那好吧，我也不想扫了兴致，所以现在我要怎么做？这位旅行者老师。
The striking epic.
这样吗
？Galone that choice is the same though.
虽然没有留影过，但这种小事还难不倒我。一定是光线的问题。你看错了。我可没有那样说过。
换个地方，
然后拿着画像回来指导大家吗？
我觉得不错， 哈哈哈哈！大家说是不是？
但说不定光线也会有问题的。
Okay, I think
我倒想先听听你的意
that's the only
思。
any of those
要是
choices
有
would
足
have
够
wrong
好的
with
地
it.
方，也不是不能考虑。事先说好，我可
Not this one. It's well, it's fitting for Genshin. It's a 50-50 now. Got the one we want, or the one you don't want. Maybe somewhere ocean, something like
瑶
that.
光滩确实是个让人平静的好地方。
Oh, do
只
we
是
have a
如果要
winner?
吹海风的话，我为什么不留在死照星号上，和大家一起吹吹海风呢？
Well,
这才是更
I
惬
wanted
意
to
的
be on
是
the
吧？
ship, but it's not
所
a
以我还
choice.
是决定
The hangout gives
把
me.
留影这种事丢去一边吧。抱歉。
Still wasn't it. Like this is definitely ending. So
哟，
怎么了，仲佐？
哎呀，
I
大姐
guess
头你来了。哎，留影。
原来如
this
此，
fits for my
可
luck
真好。
anyway.
既然如此，
When it comes to 50-50, I always have to
你觉
lose
得
it.
呢？好，痛。
好嘞，大姐。
Third time's
大伙
charm
都在
land.
这儿，什么条件？
And
没问
if
题。
this
你觉
last
得谁
one
比较合适？
still
我
isn't it,
今天孤云阁的风，我
then
看
I'm really
今
out
天
of
哎呀，
I'm
大
really
姐
out of
头，你
ideas
风
here.
景初开，这可是大姐头您的。
这样，你看，
什么嘛，北斗姐，你可是我们的大。
说的对呀。哎，再说了，以后招新的
And
时
we
候，
might have to rely on some outside assistance then.
既然你也这样，所以现在
Try
我要
to
怎么
get
做？这位
try to get the right
这样
ending
吗
here.？
哈，一定是光线的问题，我可没有那样说过。
Okay, again, we can just
换
skip
个
through
地
all
方，
我觉得
these
不错。
但
since we
说不
picked
定
both
我
of
倒
them.
想
They
先听
didn't
听，
seem to
是
have much of a difference. Okay, how about
望
the
舒客栈附近的
fishing
小渔
village?
村呢？那里现在已经没有人烟了吧？
Is it?
你怎么会知道这种连地图上都找不到的小村子的？
Oh. Surprisingly, the fishing village, the last choice, was the right one. My luck has been split among so many different characters. Mine currently is so low, but I need it to be guaranteed in order to get it right here.
你居然会记住这种小事，有点出人意料的细心呢。
Remember, men,
我确实在
ladies
那生活了
love
一
when
段
you
时
remember
间。
irrelevant facts about them.
你这么
And
一
you
提，
throw it into
倒真有点想回去
sprinkling
看看了。
conversation, not dump it all
那
at
我们
once.
走吧，就当借
I
着
know
此
I
番
should
机
worry
会
about that
重游
first,
故地
but
了。
it sounds so oddly specific, and in the past, probably a good choice to throw it in. Not sure the exact reason why she was wanting to have this location now. The many other different, like, isolated locations. This feels like a Indiana Jones Holy Grail situation where you picked like a bunch of grandiose options, and she's meant to be like humble, and she naturally doesn't like it. If you pick the most plain of cup, an abandoned fishing village, and there's nothing special about it, then she likes that choice. Combat, I don't think that should affect it. And since I think they mentioned we're good, just us two here again. What's around?
这里比以前更加破败了。
The
以前虽然
one-on-one
也很不
photo
起眼
session.
但至少也是个有10多户人家的小村子。
Try not to be distracted
现在
by the
剩下的这几
realization
间
that
老
there's
屋，
easy
也不知道能
chess
撑
puzzle
多
we
久。
can do later.
不是什么惊人的
Exactly
变故，
happened.
只是发生了一些小事，然后人们离开了。陪我往里面走走吧。这里以前也是有名字的，叫做下川，因为人们最早是从一个叫上川的地方搬来的，还把世代相传的捕鱼技巧也一起带了过来。我在的时候还学到了不少呢。如今上川不在，下川也物是人非，连记得这名字的人也越来越少了吧？给阿忠。
Small photography class ends up turning into a walk in memory.
告示板上这名
memory
字
lane here.
我都快想不起来了。确实，当年我到这儿的时候， 大概还只有5、6岁。
Children's brains when
那时我
they're
无家可归，
developing and
四处流浪，
growing tend to
好不
have
容易找到了半个米
neurons
窝，却被只窜出来的野狗抢走
because they
了。
need to grow
对
longer.
那时的我来
Become
说，
associated with
半个
different
米窝
memories
可不是能轻易放弃的东西。于是我就追它，
or
追着追
associated
着
with multiple
来到这
memories.
附近，
So
有几
you're
个
not
渔民
fully
看见
retain
了
all
我
the
们，
information
才把我
given.
拦下来，给我拿了些干粮。见我停下，那狗也停下了，但它可能太累了，或者是饿到极点了，一停就倒了下去，然后再没起来过。我过去看，那狗嘴里还叼着我的半个米窝，死都没松口。哼，苦命的家伙！如果早知道它虚弱到这个份上，那半个米窝我不要了就是。
I recommend to give a response to dogs saying where the throat is so narrow. And I think these products are usually quite small, so they can get stuck, and if not properly treated or constantly supervised, tend to not have a good ending.
我看得出来，
Anyway,
村民见我脏兮兮的和狗抢吃食，还把它追死了。其实有些嫌弃我，但我是个好命的家伙。那时的村长见我可怜，把我带回家，这样我才留了下来。
And this clearly one of those common points is the white beta ending or yellow, so have same but similar
你
past
知道
circumstances.
北斗是什么意思吗？来，我们往里去，边走边说。我来
Moving
这
on.
里大概1、2年后的一个冬天，村长不幸染上了风寒，走了。偏偏那时候村里收成也在变差，捕到的鱼一天比一天少。没有村长主持大局，人们开始互相埋怨，甚至造谣说别家把鱼
Well,
苗
this
都
is
捕
the most
空
thing
了。
because they both have like the same style of
直到最后，
blowing
他们把矛头对准了我，
coattails
说最开始就不该留下我，说我是不祥，
with designs at
说
the
我来
end
这
of
里
it.
第一天就克死了那狗，之后还克死了村长，还克死了附近所有的鱼，说我是毁掉村子的灾星。我不
Be
明
careful
白
the，next collection.
我说我不是灾
collection
星，我是北斗。然后就有几个村民大喊大叫着把我赶出了村子。
Mini work,
他们喊
mini
南
event
斗助生，北斗助死，
that might
北斗助死啊！
appear. To,
那以
they
前我只
cook
知道
something or
自己
give
的
it to
名字
someone.
是天上的星星，那之后我才明白，这星星原来是代表死亡预兆的死兆星。
Also, Juno thing we could activate in there.
这里就
And
是
also
村长
result
家的
in
老
more
屋。
chests.
他大概没想到，当年他收留的小女孩，后来会被大家认为是毁了村子的
The
灾
curse,
星
I
的。
think I have to. Beta,
哼，
Beta, we share the same. We now possess and share the same face, so we shall walk down the same road together. And also taken after right, come on.
还有呢？
Zuka is also taken
然后
after
你到
right.
到
Leah.
期，那位雷神大人的神之心也没了，是吗？从程度上讲，
Well, no, that
好像是你比较厉害。
well, yes, it was directly because of us.
我知道，你想说我不是什么灾星，
Do
这
you
份
think for
好
bad
意
luck or
我
is
就
it
不客
just
气的收下了。当然，你也
horse
别忘
riding?
了，
I
征
wonder.
服大海的没有无名之辈，风暴中坠落的全是虚弱的鸟。我北斗可从来没有被什么绊倒过。
The ones
但
who
话说回
retire,
来，
the ones who
你之
fall,
后还要继续旅
the
行
ones
的
who
吧？
couldn't make the
天下之大，
YouTube or
遇到什么
Twitch
事都说不定。
algorithm.
要是真有一天
Sink or
你碰
swim.
见哪些个不长眼的，拿这种无稽无端之事责难你，
Easier to
你
swing
就让
than
他
it is
把我北
to
斗也
doggy
算上。
battle.
你要记得，你走哪儿都有南十字的大姐头我罩着。
By the way, if you're wondering, I'm currently in the sinking crew, so it's just two scapegoats to blame for each other.
灾星罩着灾星，虽然感觉是加倍的不祥，但我喜欢。
I expect my whole
能有你这
fortress
种
to
朋友， 我
make her
果
say
然是个
lies.
好命的家伙。
The
来
ruin
吧，
the moment like,
现在该
hey,
干
that's
正事了
exact
吧？
same
这位
thing
刘英老师，
Lingon said to me. But you may not
别
be
浪费时
remembered.
间，赶紧的，趁我现在神清气爽，说不定待会儿我就改主意了。所以，我需要摆个什么姿势吗？
So, yeah,
哈，你
flirtatious.
这家伙到底在想什么啊？我要重新考虑下要不要让你留影了。喂，你不许乱拍！
Very charming photo comes out of the camera. Oh, was that it? Very good. Sorry, you agreed with who again? I mean, not the worst one, but is that the only photo you can get from that ending, I wonder? No, you can get a different one. Pick some. Pretty short, so
到了，
might
这
as
里
well.
就是他大概没想到
Yeah, you just have
当
to
年他
straight up just making a different choice.
还有呢，然后你到道歉，从程度上讲，好，这份好意，当然你也别忘了我北斗。但话说回来，要是真有一天，你要记得你走哪儿，我喜欢能有你这种朋友。来吧，
Enjoy
现
the
在该干正
slash
事了
of
吧？
emotes here.
这位刘英，别
And
浪
if
费
it's-
时间，赶紧的，趁我
This
现在神清气爽，
choice here
说
for
不
this
定
one
待
as
会儿
well.
我就改主意
Probably
了。
doesn't matter.
所以我需要摆个什么姿？
What you prefer?
就这样吧。
I picked for her last time, so this time we should let her choose for herself. Oh. And this one goes on for a little longer too. Take my own picture. You will regret that choice. Unfortunately,
拍好了吗？
they
有
don't
没有
count
很
for
奇怪？
the content of the pictures quite that much.
给我看看。
They're gonna comment on it. Promise to give it back.
快点。
Don't rip it into shreds here.
这位刘颖老师，感谢你今天为南十字准备的留影课。作为船长，我很满意。那么现在，我以船长的名义正式
enjoy that
征用这张画像，作为今后的招新
You
宣
couldn't
传。
say that it's gonna be
所以这
immortalized
张画像我可就拿走了。
and all the
你应该
sailors
不会有意见吧？
are mounted in the sailors' quarters. Laughter breaks solitude alongside villains, alongside seeing goes pleasant ones. And there's that one other choice. Will that also be an ending too? This is one of the easier endings though. So they choose between two different choices here. Nope, that's it. Alright, we'll consider that Beto's line completed. And then I think this is the last one, and we haven't reached an ending yet. But Toma. And then I guess while we're here, it's because I normally it's kind of understandable why they're gone these ones. Even though this one was like the two reasons that it's been around for the longest here, because it's so out of the way of a waypoint, and there hasn't been really a quest that has led me to this location. I would have never just even thought there was these things hidden here. There's the last one. This one.
是货真价实的宝藏。
And then there was also the one up here. It's activated. Oh, crap. Wait, what is it? It's not something I have to fight here. Can we get in? Oh, and there's a chest hidden here.
就当是聚沙成塔。
No, it's like completely silly. You need. We're in combat. We are. Proximity-based detection, rather than line of sight. Selfish, but even though we did have a story quest, like a proper quest, instead of this hangout that's like buried in the quest menu, that no one who doesn't actively seek out stuff to do in this game. Well, I wanted to switch earlier to Geo character, it doesn't really matter now. Oh no, let's change the language. That's why I opened it up the menu here. Cause we're in Inazuma now. Are you the person supposed to interact with? Come here quite often though. Open every single name behind the curtain inside the Kamisato estate. Inside the Kamisato state, behind the curtain, we'll see a certain blue-haired, canonically romantically interested in the traveler individual. Film? What film? Well, oh, this is where them go.
ここ最
Just a little
近
further to the
ずっ
right.
とトー
Left.
マを見てないな。あいつ何してんだ？何って言われてもきっとどうでもいいことばっかりやってるんだろう。酒の席について行ったり飯食ったりで屋敷に帰ってきたら掃除とかな。ああいうやつが増えてきたから武士の魂も落ちぶれていったんだ。ただ口先を動かしてるだけじゃ刀も錆びてくる。あいつの体にはモンドの血が流れてると聞いたぞ。なるほど、道理で。なんでお嬢様はよりにもよってあんなやつなんか雇ったんだ？
We'll just snitch about these two later on.
最近ずっと雨が降ってるもんだからよく眠れないよ。
Of course, the fixers
君たち
was overhearing the whole
ここ
time.
で何してるんだい？何かあったのかな？ただ休憩時間に雑談してただけだ。行くぞ。まだ他にやることがあるんでな。
Look at these
俺
cowards
たち
too
は
afraid
忙しいんだ。ト
to
マ
speak their words.
お前も少しは緊張
For
感
the
を持っ
person
た
that
方が
bad
いいぞ。
mouthing here.
ご苦労様。でもそういうのは俺の休暇が終わってからだ。悪いね。ちょっとした用
I'm
事があ
gonna
って
say something and
少
make
し
sure I
遅
can
れて
say
し
it
まっ
to
た。
anyone I see. Yeah, there's no
ま
shit.
あ確かに聞こえてたよ。だが大したことじゃない。集団に馴染んで
Vtubers
ない
are
ものが
the
非難
easy
される
route
の
to
は
assess
どこでだ
in
って
this
同じさ。
industry.
裏で罵って鬱憤を晴らせるのなら言わせておけばいい。上里家にとっても悪いことじゃないだろ。そうだと思わないかい？
Don't do them and you knew you.
そうでないと
And get a
今日
little
は
paperwork
と
on
ご
there.
とんリラックスしよう。木漏れ茶屋を出てからずっと後処理に追われてたん
While we're at
だ。でもようやく休暇が取れてね。ここは人が多い。
Look
ど
for
こか
some
静
if
か
you
な場
happen to
所を
have
見
a
つけて
really
今日の予定について
in
話そうか。
danger
もちろん
presented against the
君をおも
fire.
てなしする以上
We'll have
君の意
whatever
見も聞いておきたい。
posting these two were the time transferred long in the future. They'll be added to the grudge list.
前からずっと考えてたんだ。君をおも
Or
て
the
なし
words
する
will
以
bite
上
them back in the
君
future.
の好みに合ったものにすべきだってね。
I think
でも
this one of
ど
those
こに行く
music
かに
things
ついて
sparkling in
は
the back here.
まだ明確なプランを立ててない。こういう時室内でまったりするのと 屋外でリラックスするの、君ならどっちがいいかな？
So, it's here, playing games here. Go touch some
外
grass.
に行きたいのかい？ちょうど2つのおすすめの場所があるよ。もし猫や犬に興味があるならいい場所に連れて行ってあげよう。休みの日は
The only
い
cat
つも
in
大
those
体そ
elementois
こに行って
there
るん
are,
だ。たくさ
are
んの
there
猫や犬
attachments
に
that,
囲まれ
that
る
may
と
be connected to
心もリラックスできる。
certain
それとも町に行きたい？
daughter of a steam
鳴
family.
上島の街中は今人が多くて混雑しているから離島に行ってみよう。そういえば俺たちが初めて会ったのもあそこだったね。もうずいぶん長いこと
Stuck in
戻って
regular
ないよ。
animals here. Yeah, I'm good,
どうか
thanks.
な？君に決めてほしい。
It's for cat girls though. Let's hit
い
the
いよ。
town.
じゃあ一緒に行こう。離島には詳しいからね。いろんな場所に連
If
れ
we
て行
were
ってあ
to
げるよ。
apply to catch a dog, it would be the
せっ
simple
かくの
one.
休み
At
なんだ。
most, we'll just have to like
今
search
日
some
は
missing
存分に楽し
animals
も
or
う。
ones that got loose. It's always a shame. 'Cause it's nice to see random objects, little decoration to normally bland surroundings. I hit the town
だ
though.
いぶ離島に来てなかっ
I
たけ
guess
ど、
the house was so
ここ
isolated.
はあまり変わってないね。
All the
でも
way
考えてみ
across
れ
the
ば
entire mountain.
人間にとっては長い時間
This
だ
was
けど、
some
こ
vacation
この景色に
shopping,
とって
but
は刹那に過ぎないんだろう。 モンドは今どんな感じになってるんだろうか。ああ、実は俺はモンドで生まれ育ったんだ。その後父さんがモンドから稲妻に帰って音信不通になった。俺は父さんにダンディライオン種を届けるためモンドから船に乗って海に出たのさ。その結果嵐と荒波に飲まれて船が沈んでしまった。ただ幸いなことに昏睡状態になりながらも稲妻に漂着したんだ。まあそれはさておき、まずは近くを案内してあげよう。ここはリーウェの所有商工の支店だ。主にリーウェの鉱石を売ってる。君もリーウェでこのような店を見たことがあるんじゃないか。
お二人さん、今日は離島を見て回る時間ができたの？せっかく来たんだし、好きな商品を選んでいってよ。他にもまだとっておきの品があるわよ。例えばこのヨドマリ石の首飾りとか石箔の腕輪とか。材料はそれほど上質なものじゃないけど、精巧な匠の技によって素晴らしい出来に仕上がってるわ。お客さんはどちらが好み？
Imported treasure shopper. Accessories for us to collect necklace, but maybe the bracelets.
俺は2つとも君に似合うと思うよ。
We know these two choices
せ
don't
っかく
matter.
来たんだし、
Which rock
どっ
good
ち
we
も買
get
おう
them.
か。ただし俺の友達はリーウェから来たんだ。値段は公平なもので頼むよ、店主。
Sure.
トーマさんがそこまで言うのなら、あまり多く取るわけにはいかないわね。この額でどうかしら？
問題ない。会計を頼むよ。それじゃあ次の場所に行こうか。
Guess for no occasion for.
かつての離島は俺の故郷の雰囲気を醸し出していた。
To
自由
approach
な
things
貿
from
易、
a
文化、
different
そし
angle.
て自由な生活をね。
How to get the ladies.
ここはセーリングブリーズ。主にモンドの果実酒を取り扱ってる。俺が稲妻に来た後、父さんには会えなかった。だけど逆に稲妻で故郷のお酒を見つけたんだ。ただモンドで最も有名な暁ワイナリーと比べるとやはり味が少し劣る。確か父さんがまだモンドにいた頃、しょっちゅうエンジェルズシェアを称賛してたな。ただ残念なことにあの時の俺はまだ未成年で父さんと一緒にお酒を飲めなかった。それがまさか成人しても一緒に飲めないとはね。そうだね。君はモンドから来たんだし、エンジェルズシェアには行ったことあるよね。あそこのオーナーはすごい人だと聞いた。機会があったらぜひ会ってみたい。その時は一緒に。ああ。でも君が大きくなってからにしよう。近頃将軍様が鎖国令を廃止したのに伴って商業や貿易も正常な状態に戻りつつあると聞いたよ。もう少ししたら離島もかつての繁栄を取り戻せるんじゃないかな。これも君の努力の結果だね。
No, just I think Thomas is really talking to the minimum age rating,
トーマさん、今日はお友
which
達
they
といらっしゃ
consider
った
their
んです
target
か？
audience
何か変わります？
in their
それじゃ
dialogue.
あ狐のぬいぐるみを一ついただこうかな。鎖国が終わった後もバンコク商会は解散していない。
Since we're actually in the game,
彼ら
we're
には
just
ま
gonna
だ解決しないといけない問題が
swap
たく
ourselves
さんあるから
back.
ね。
Move me back here. Posture. Okay,
ここはもうよく知ってるよね。
King of Ninga Mansi, we're just to wander around a bit, but occasionally we run into someone we can interact and talk with there.
安心してくれ。
Whoever that person
この
is
前
doing.
ある商人の厄介事を処理するため手を借りたい
Not sure
と
why I chose that
彼から
option.
手
I
紙
was
を
just
もら
looking
っ
at
た
that
ば
now.
かりだよ。
It was there.
鎖国令が
And it
廃
was
止されてからバンコク商会の
So
内
see
部
if
で
it
は
has any
意
result.
見の食い違いが発生してね。それでクリス会長が今
Direct change
全
in the
力で
endings here.
仲裁に当たっているんだ。彼も大変だよ。 いち早く元通りになることを祈るばかりだ。
トーマさん？トーマさんですよね。よかった。ちょうどあなたに贈り物を届けようと思ってたんです。
俺たちは初対面のはずだけど、何もしてないのに受け取るわけにはいかないよ。それとも何か俺に手伝ってほしいことでもあるのかい？
いえいえ、あなたは僕を知りませんが、僕はあなたの名前を知っています。先日厄介ごとに巻き込まれた時にクリス会長に助けを求めたんです。そしたらその後会長からトーマさんが解決してくれたと聞きまして、恩を受けた以上何もしないわけにはいきません。ですのでトーマさんが好きそうなものを選んで。
俺が好きそうなもの？
はい、これを見てください。夢の天然庵のお菓子です。稲妻の有名な職人によって作られたもので、その一つ一つがとても高価なものなんですよ。これこそあなたのような身分の方にふさわしいお礼だと思います。何よりあなたが手伝ってくれたことの価値はこのお菓子よりもはるかに高いものでした。気に入ってくれたでしょうか？
ああ。やるね君。まさか俺の好みを当てるとは。これはありがたく受け取っておくよ。君も商売を頑張って。何か問題に遭遇したら俺を訪ねるといい。
はい、ありがとうございます、トーマさん。では僕はこの辺で失礼します。お二人とも楽しんでいってくださいね。
ああ、
Why this
ま
guy
た。
come out of here out of nowhere?
なんとも活力にあふれた若者だったね。食べてみるかい？この店は稲妻でも有名なんだ。人気がありすぎて普段なかなか買えないんだよ。手だれの職人技によって作られ、味はピカイチだ。
Your cooking is always better.
君は本当に褒め上手だね。この店は何十年もの歴史がある。
さすが。
お店の職人は生涯を菓子作りに捧げてきたんだ。俺なんか全然だよ。だけど君が頻繁に俺のところに食べに来てくれたら、いつか俺もあの域に到達できるかもね。よし、万国商会も一通り歩いたし、城内の景色はほとんど見終わった。このまま道に沿って歩こうか。せっかく来たんだし、もう少しいないともったいないだろ。毎回離島に来るたび新しい感覚を得られるんだ。
It was like a vacation for the characters.
あまり時期とは関係ないかもしれない。その君とこうして歩けることがとても嬉しいんだ。
When we're there, they're having to work.
離島に来たらいつも必ずここに来るんだ。ここの景色は鳴上島には踊るけど、あそこより静かでのんびり過ごせる。だけど鎖国が終わった今、ここもすぐ賑やかになるだろうね。俺も今ある仕事が終わったらお嬢に長期休暇をもらって一度故郷に帰ってみるかな。まあ今はやるべきことがまだまだあるから当分は帰れないと思うけど。さあ今日はここまでにして帰ろうか。
For feudal society and persons high up.
まだ物足りなかった？まだ他にもいくつか行ける場所を知ってるから君を連れて。
Vacation time would be a little long, as in permanently, as in just assign his task to like someone else. Since Ayato has his own like troop of intelligence network, and Ayato was pretty much beloved by everyone, except the local banditry. So it's not really a problem. They just harass like the small time.
いいよそんなの。今回はもともとメガリレーで君の世話になったから、そのお礼に俺がおもてなしをするつもりだったんだ。君が楽しければそれで十分。プレゼントはいらないよ。そうなのかい？だったらちょっと期待しちゃおうかな。これはこれは本当に予想外だ。なんというか、このお礼は俺からするととても貴重なものだ。いや、客観的な価値じゃなくて俺にとっての価値という意味だ。簡単な例を挙げよう。さっき俺はあの商人から菓子を受け取り称賛した。だけど同時に 一般的な人間関係であることも分かった。
You call a
俺は
strategic
彼を
gift?
手伝い、彼は俺にお返しをした。ごく普通のことさ。彼が貴重な歌詞を選んだのも、俺との縁をつなげておくことで、今後、他の頼みがあった際に話を通しやすくするため、相手が求めているのはお金だ。ならばどんな贈り物もお金で価値を測ることができる。だけど君が送ったものは、お金で測ることができないものだ。
And of course, the true limit of your galaxy is
こ
no
れだけでも
things
受け取って
of
ほしい。これは、俺がずっと身につけていたお守りだ。同じように、金銭的な価値はない。だが、多かれ少なかれ、いい運をもたらしてくれるだろう。俺が適当に言ってるわけじゃないぞ。父さんが言ったことなんだ。昔、父さんがこれを母さんに渡した。そして俺が稲妻に行くとき、
Well, it's something you can wear on a person, and it comes with like a bullet-resistant plate under it. I'm sure it'll be, item will quite literally be invaluable to our
これ
life.
のおかげかもしれない。とにかく、これを受け取ってほしい。
Amori for a bouquet, huh? I don't know where we kept that though. Look out for that, so it's just cooking. I don't think I had the food anyway, because you don't have the character, so I guess in a way that is invaluable to us. Okay. All the endings reached. Logically, you know, it starts from the Hazel and down, but kind of. Oh wait, actually, for this tree, what did we do here? We're not going to consider this her route Indian highway. We have to start from the very beginning here for it to count. But this is just so you can, since we already started it, we should put, we might as well do it. I think the flaws are, but they probably did on purpose to extend my time you can go for. Is the fact that alright, to change the language back to again. I'll do that after we fight all the, if they don't throw us into a conversation, which wouldn't, would be better. I forgot. Even though I'm directly looking at them, that using fire does absolutely nothing. Okay, quickly, can we change it? No. Wait, let's get real quickly preview some Nippon before we change the language immediately again. I want, since this came before the checkmark thing too, I wonder which choice should we make now? Will we mark clearly? It's probably a general system though, so wouldn't make sense otherwise if it wasn't. Okay, good. Oh wait, no, let me change the part. Change the language here. Since monster, it's German, English inspired. Gotta go with this one. You don't get much variability in terms of what choices we can make though. So.
The hilly trolls are coming back. Let's see if the Baron Buddy gets their attention.
What's going
We're
on?
gonna have to see what
They're completely ignoring the Baron Bunny. They're coming this way. Watch out.
we'll have to see. Be careful and be on the lookout for any like maybe in-game things that might be different.
Focus.
That might give us a new picture here. I think the one last time was when we had to fight a bunch of the characters.
Oh.
And just one, and just her.
Attracted their attention nor
She was strong enough. And
in
that
the end,
resulted
all I
in.
managed to recreate was the outward appearance.
Because you
I
have power
suppose the
abilities.
conclusion is I can't become an outrider like Amber.
No, well, we're trying to be a knight of
Maybe
it's
I'm
not
not
the
yet
outrider
ready to
for.
carry out the work of a fully qualified knight.
Just like you said, we're just not suited for an outrider.
I just can't think of what else I could do. Every time I've looked forward to passing the exam, I always ended up disappointed
Since
in the
again,
end. Whenever
yeah,
I
since it's
remember
before
that
the
feeling of disappointment,
check marks, I think
I
we have
stop being
no
able
clue.
to think about what kind of knight I could become.
Maybe this is one acting grandmaster.
Master Jean? How could I ever become someone great like her?
Well, you're not
Master
great,
Jean
but
is
you
a
got
pillar of the Knights of Favonius,
you have the same
and a
habits
great
of trying
source of
to constantly
inspiration to me.
micromanage all the duties.
If I could gain even one or two of her qualities, I would be very happy. But the thought of becoming a knight just like her in every way? Oh, I could never achieve that.
What's your long-term goal? First, you need to start with some
so?
short-term goals that lead there.
I suppose if the goal is set so high that I couldn't hope to achieve it immediately, I won't be too disappointed day to day.
You'd also be a self-film
Where do I
boss if you think you
start?
can't do it.
I can't imagine what I would need to do to become more like Master Jean.
No, it's in our office.
That's true. Master Jean is always lending a hand to citizens in need. So strong, but so gentle too. I still don't think I can do what Master Jean does, but at least I could start by trying to be gentle like her. Okay, then let's head back to Mondstadt and see if anyone needs help.
In fact, I think you need to be a bit more stiff. You're more than gentle already. With how you're willing to bend over backwards to someone else do their duties. Let's first start with getting you to practice getting used to saying no.
No touching.
It's a miss though, because I'm not sure why we're going to the gate first here.
I'm
guess
sorry,
we can check the
Marjorie.
route while we're
I was
doing this.
focused solely on chatting with Quinn. I didn't see anything else at all.
To be
if you're
sure
out of other options, maybe you could get
that
help from the Knights?
we're not good.
I'm sure if Master Jean heard about it, she'd help you find it
And
in
I'm
no
still
time.
hanging out memory, regardless. What we're picking right
Thanks. I'll check with a few more people first. If no one has seen it, then I guess I'll just have to ask the Knights.
All right. Well, I hope it turns up soon. Bye now.
Maybe I should just tell the Knights already.
Miss Marjorie, are you in need of assistance?
Oh, Noelle. Since you asked, I seem to have misplaced a monocle that I imported from Sumeru. I was organizing the stock that had just arrived, and because the monocle was so fragile, I took it out, wiped it, and put it aside. But then, I went to get it after I was done with the stock, and it was gone. I've asked around, but no one seems to have any idea where it could be.
We have just
Anything like this?
a helper for you.
Well, it's not completely unheard of. You know my store. There are all sorts of exotic items.
We know.
In the past,
We haven't
I've lost
visited
a
because
carved
the only thing
wooden
we can really
perch
buy
and
for
some
now is
boneware.
money.
But as
And
soon as I
don't go out
reported
of
them
way
missing
to
to the
get
Knights,
any
they were
chests
recovered
regardless.
right away.
May I ask, where were the missing items recovered from?
Oh, the wooden perch was
From
mistaken
acting
for a real
Grandmaster
fish by
Noelle?
Margaret's cat.
Acting
And as for the
Grandmaster
boneware,
Noelle.
they eventually found that in a dog kennel somewhere outside the city.
To acting detective Noelle. It is so long ago I don't remember any of the
Oh no, we mustn't increase Jean's workload any
be
further.
making a nod to right now.
Master Jean's time should be spent on more important things. Miss Marjorie, would you mind letting me help you find the missing monocle? I may not be as efficient as Master Jean, but I will do my very best to help you find it.
Well, yeah, I do decide the way of speaking worse, but you're gonna work on your.
Of course that's
I would have
okay.
put in negatives.
But isn't asking Noelle the same thing as asking the
for an
knights?
office here. And not lower the
Gather some
confidence
more
of the person
information
trying to
before
convince
heading out. As well
that
as
needs your
confirming
help.
some details regarding the monocle itself, we should find out as much as possible from Marjorie about the circumstances under which it went missing.
So, do you have some ideas on where to start? Ask me whatever you want to know. I'll answer to the best of my memory.
That's about the missing item.
Missing item. Well, it's a monocle to start with. And since it came from Sumeru, the design should be fairly recognizable. As for other distinguishing features, it's very light and it's very small.
The vision by chance? You see anything else?
I
that
had
might
my
help
head
us?
down and I was busy working through the stock. I didn't see anything that was going on around me. But the street is so busy that surely someone would have noticed if it had been stolen.
Well, just someone would have noticed it was stolen, but would have someone have said anything is the better question to ask you.
Oh, now that
See
you
no
mention
evil?
it,
Did you hear
I do
any of
remember
that?
hearing some kind of flapping sound. The sound went as soon as it came, and I was focused on checking if anyone had seen anything, so I didn't give it too much thought at the time.
Oh.
Do you think it could be connected?
There's the answer. Probably stolen by a bird then.
I first heard it behind me, and then it seemed to fade out in a
flying.
northwesterly direction. Now I wish I'd followed the
Bird
sound and
flying
spoken to
for through.
people along the way.
Oh no, as if it's bad enough to have
Honorary
all this.
Knight, shall we go ahead in
those
that
balloons.
direction and make some inquiries? Maybe we'll find some clues.
Balloons and oceanic cranes. Okay, northwest. Still in the town
Next on
now.
the agenda.
Today's recommendation is the steak.
And where would you even start though? Or something like this. Don't give any clues. It was flapping, so you probably meant to infer, or they want you to infer, and result in the conclusion. Something with wings. And ideally, this sort of thing then where you would be up on the roof, because so you always find bird nests and the like. Just check the whole area up top, and you couldn't see anything. Did they say anything more? Yeah, Monaco, so it's something shiny and birds like that sort of thing. So, oh no, don't tell me this is also an area. It's actually all the way to the top of this windmill. Would make sense. Also, really annoying to get up there though. Get up there then. Oh no, I think it is. And you probably why you don't want to do a let's hang out first then. 'Cause you need to climb up there, then the must that you have before exploring the two regions not be enough. Can we get up here as well then? Oh god. Just hoping every single time. After waiting a certain amount of time, the game will just give up on you. Should have targeted a location here. But I don't think they're gonna do that, so okay. We're ready to search here. Where would the monocle be if I was a bird? I like shiny thing. And took it from a shopkeeper here. search everywhere I could possibly can. Oh crap! That crashed, huh? God damn it. God damn. 1 second then.
Квадрат по улитке 4. Вас понял, выпускайте по одной ракете, дальше подкорректируем. Да, смотри, после 0437 идет 0426, 0427, понял? Let us come around to the okay, you should have an entry there. If you come downhill on it. I get out there 1,800 feet. Now set to low wire. Pickle. Shallow low wire. And we are back. So, setting something up caused
both things to crash. And what we're supposed to do here is actually talk to you.
Excuse me, Glory. Have you heard anything that might be described as a flapping sound in this area recently? Marjorie's monocle has gone missing from her shop.
You know, if it was a
We're trying
progress here.
to look for clues.
Flapping sound? Yes, I think so. I believe it was the sound of a finch flapping its wings. It sounded a lot heavier today than usual, as if it was carrying something.
Bingo.
So, maybe the finch took the monocle back to its nest. Oh, I've seen their nests in the past on occasion while I'm cleaning the roof. What do you say we have a look, Traveler?
Cleaning the
Finally,
roof, you
we
say?
have a lead to go on. Thank you, Glory.
You're welcome. May you swiftly recover the lost item by the grace of the Animo Archon.
Because of anyone who's played near, because of that game, the whole image of anyone that's wearing a bandana in their eyes is completely ruined now. Yeah, because now it's asking us so these two areas, which you would never realize, because such sickle didn't indicate something. Whatever we're actually looking for too would probably not even be here. As long as you didn't talk to that one character sitting on the bench here. So if the natural process is not to ask others for help, we've been stuck on that quest for a while. Back in the good old no internet days. How do I get up here? There we go. Bird's nest. Is this the one?
Found it! This must be Miss Marjorie's missing monocle.
How convenient is that? It's the
Let's
first.
take it back to her right
Yes.
away. I hope we haven't
Yeah,
kept
the
her
lady we
waiting
just
too
spoke
long.
to here. Looks like all you need for missing items. Sometimes I get
Miss
kidnapped.
Marjorie? Here.
Yes, just
We
be-
found your
have-
monocle.
Have the ability to
You were
climb
so
on top of
quick.
buildings.
How wonderful. I thought I wouldn't be hearing back for a few
And
days
maintain
yet.
firm grip on slope tiles.
Sure.
Is that long?
In the past, when I've lost something and asked the knights for help, it can take them a while to get around to it.
Knights of
After
Avonus,
all,
always
the knights
so
have all
inefficient.
sorts of things that they're busy with, big and small. No matter how capable Jean might be, she can't be in two places at once, can she? Thanks to you, Noelle, we don't have to trouble the knights with every little thing that comes up. Now that I think about it, Noelle is basically like another Jean. In that sense, it really does feel like Jean can be in two places at once.
No, surely you can't be serious. How can I compare to Master Jean? I can only help people with small things, like finding lost property.
Whether it's
Which
big
is
or small,
also what Jean
it's
did.
all the same to
With
us.
her hair store
Things we
correctly
can't
to
handle by
find the missing
ourselves.
cat.
Noelle, once you've qualified as an official knight, will that mean you don't have time to help us anymore? I, for one, am going to miss you.
Oh, the guilt trip coming
No,
in.
not at all. If I do become a knight in the future, I will continue to help everyone with their problems.
I was just kidding. Keep up the good work, Noelle. I'm sure everyone in Mondstadt can't wait to see the kind of knight you become.
I will keep working hard.
Thanks again. I suppose I should put this in a secure place this time.
The kind of knight that I become.
Oh, you seem quite pleased.
Do I?
I think we're gonna get the same ending that we already got a picture for, though, judging by the environment
I'm
around
not
us.
afraid anymore. I've never dared to imagine myself as a knight before.
I guess it makes
I
sense,
always
right?
feared that the higher my
Same person
expectations,
doing the
the
same.
more disappointed I'll be
Same
if I don't
person.
live up to them. But
same quest.
let's say I do become a knight
Result
in
in
the
the
future.
same
Maybe
future.
I will simply continue to do the same things that I'm doing right now. It doesn't matter to
Thinking
me
as a
how
person
small
over the
these things
course
are
of
or
many
how
years,
tiring.
days, and
I
months.
do these things
We
not
don't do
because
that
I'm a
here
maid,
at Rook
because
Games.
of my own will.
Same person, same thought
Yes,
process.
there's no need
Never
to become
changing.
someone else, nor worry about failing.
Never
As
disappear.
long as I perform better in my next exam than in my previous one, then one day I will become a knight that I can be proud of.
And it's gonna be, yep, that picture. Well, on the bright side, Now the whole implementation of the whole indicator of what choices are and aren't checkmarked is a thing now. Shouldn't make the same mistakes that we did that we just did currently. Fortunately, yes. You have to go quite a while back of events.
Pyro slimes.
As well as having to fight these things again.
Provide us with another ingredient we need.
Or we can even think of getting to the choice-based decisions. It's like these two, and then the missing one.
Pyro slime, good.
Yep, and then we can fast forward. So these ones.
Far from it. There should be a
random choice parts to prevent you from not paying attention to what's going on in the story here.
I'll catch up. Someone needs assistance. Steady as stone.
These ones come
the
in.
Hilly are coming back. Let's see if the Baron Bunny gets their attention. What's going on?
Scale
They're
to
completely ignoring
your
the Baron Bunny.
character, so
they're coming this way. Watch out.
that means you can't cakewalk to easily defeat. And then again.
Oh,
was
it
it
neither
in the
attracted
town?
their attention nor I suppose the maybe
Or outside
I'm not
here?
Yet, but every time I've looked
we
whenever I
selected.
remember Captain
This
Kaya?
would be the most obvious one.
No, I could never manage that. Captain Kaya has his own way of thinking and planning. Well, sometimes I can barely understand it. And as for imitating it, I simply wouldn't know where to begin.
Well, in terms of bottom wear clothing, certainly got that down. There's similarities. How they accentuate the figure.
Oh, so you mean I should focus on smaller steps in order to achieve a larger goal? Well, I suppose with smaller goals, I won't be disappointed day to day. Since the larger goal is so high, I couldn't hope to achieve it immediately.
Yep, those are what we call long-term goals, as I mentioned before.
Captain Kaya seems to be in the habit of fishing for information at Angel's Share. That's pretty small, and yet I heard that the reason we were able to arrest those treasure hoarders last time was thanks to Captain Kaya's intel.
Which ones?
All right.
Well, then
I
let's
hope
go
I
to
can
Angel
find
Share,
some
I guess.
intel that proves useful to Mondstadt.
What happened to Angel Share and the other bar? The only two locations he frequents in Mondstadt, he says. Or the only two locations he's in Mondstadt is the way he gets intel, perhaps, so. Oh. I thought Angel Share was the one Dion owns, but or the one Dion works at. I guess it's not. Oh, that sounds even more suspicious than if this really is the place where he got the intel. The drop there is a bit of a verbal tax write-off.
Oh, it's the honorary night in Noel. Can I get you a drink? A non-alcoholic drink, of course.
Oh, no need. We didn't come here to drink. I wanted to ask if...
You have to pay for it?
If there's been anyone causing any trouble in the tavern lately.
Troublemakers? Let me think. Actually, there was one.
Oh, really?
It's that guy drinking at the table over there. Payne. He keeps ordering refills of our strongest drink. Death Afternoon.
Yeah?
Look how he's wobbling. If he passes out drunk, that could spell trouble.
Would it?
Yes, that certainly sounds like a lot of trouble. Although that's not quite what I was asking about.
That's so drunk, they'll just throw him out.
Is there anything in the tavern that has been out of the ordinary lately?
Oh, I guess that's not...
Out of the ordinary?
It's the same thought process we do.
Let me think. Yeah, as a matter of fact, there is. There are still some empty glasses on the tables upstairs that need clearing away. Must have been left there by the customers this morning. But I am busy with the accounts at the moment, And if I can't find time to clear the tables before the evening crowd arrives, things could get difficult.
Really? Well, that sounds truly terrible. Maybe I can help?
No, you're forgetting why we're here.
Sorry, I couldn't help myself.
Checked already.
Mr. Charles, what I was really trying to ask was...
Oh, I know. You wanted to know if you could help out, right? Surely that would be asking too much. I have yet to thank you properly for helping us move those kegs last time. And here you are offering to help again. I couldn't accept your offer in good conscience.
Well, it looks like we're already diverging from what Kyrie
That being
operates here.
said,
They're making our
we are
attention
quite
actually clear.
overwhelmed right now. So if it's all the same to you, ma'am, would you mind serving the customers for a while?
Oh, okay then.
No,
It seems you are in great need of assistance.
Oh, thanks a million. I'll leave you to serve the customers then. Start by taking this death afternoon to Pain, and then maybe you can clear the tables on the second floor? Thanks. I'll leave the tavern in your capable hands.
Wow. So this is what happens when I try to go with the flow. It appears that Captain Kaya's way with words does not come the most naturally to me. But waitressing in the tavern should be a good means of gathering intel, right? It's quite a common motif in the books I've read.
You're not doing
I just need to keep my eyes and ears open while I'm helping Charles with the tavern duties.
Well, I guess we're not doing the Kaya, we're doing the Noel way. First thing, let's give the drunkard
Excuse me, Payne.
even more
Here's the
liquid.
drink you ordered.
What? What's that? Oh, yeah, put it to the side. I think I need to sober up. This drink is strong. Oh, I don't feel so good.
Wow, this customer is such a...
Payne, are you all right?
Payne.
Do you need to take a rest?
Well,
let me
let's see that.
think.
See worthless.
If I'm not mistaken, Captain Kaya would
Okay.
first get his subject drunk before asking them any questions.
And it's a bit too far down the
This
scale. though.
appears to be true. We must find another approach. Captain Kaya would probably appear cordial and sincere as a means to convince his subject to lower their guard, would he not? One must start by focusing on the person's individual circumstances and communicate a complete willingness to help. Then slowly move the conversation in the desired direction. Ooh,
Sure, it's
but how can I
observant
offer
for his
to help
character.
Mr. Payne right here and now? I've got it!
She can describe him
Perhaps the
in
dried fruits that I
one
prepared for my
paragraph.
exam could help him to sober up. Mr. Payne? Please eat this. It will make you feel better.
Oh, what's this? Oh, it tastes sweet and sour.
Good mixed fruits and vegetables.
I do feel slightly better now. Oh, you're Noel, isn't it? And next to you is,
Mr. Payne?
I don't know.
Are you feeling any better? Is there anything you wish to tell me?
Next to you is, it's the death afternoon that I ordered, yes. Did you bring this to my table? Oh, thanks, Noel.
Alright, add him to the
This drink.
into
This
the
drink is so strong.
Meridavari list. When that region goes slow in the future. Ah,
Mr. Payne? Mr. Payne? How can this be?
back to being drunk.
Drinking like this is disastrous for one's health.
And of course it crashed again. Not that one though. Just this one. Okay, good. That's fine. Toothing pressure. Also, one of them is what I need to address immediately here. There we go. I don't know why that one was open in the first place. Just listen instead.
Perhaps. Although, maybe it would be easier if there were a few more customers. Oh, Mr. Charles also asked me to clear the tables on the second floor. If the second floor is filled with customers, perhaps I'll have the opportunity to overhear a thing or two.
Whatever floats your boat, mate. That is a lot of tables.
It's such a mess. I must clear everything. Oh, so many stains. Once the tables are clear, they'll need to be washed with a good detergent.
You're getting distracted again.
A clean and tidy environment always brightens my mood.
Wine is heavenly.
It's hard to get. You have to get on the top of the tables, though.
Let's go check in with Charles. Mr. Charles, everything has been dealt with. Is there anything else you need help with?
Wow! Already? The customer at the table by the window just ordered a couple of things. Would you mind taking care of them?
Okay.
Are you supposed to be cavalry captain here?
Huh. With Noelle here?
Or
the tavern feels livelier than ever.
Diluc's barmaid right now. With how off task we've gotten.
It's not easy working at a tavern, but at least it's over now.
Well done
to you too. Oh, Intel. No, I got so caught up with working that I completely forgot we were here to gather intel. What should I do? There are hardly any customers left that I could talk to.
Well, some customers better than none.
Handling even a simple task like this.
Well, there's still chicken she could squeeze something out of them.
Thanks for all your help today, Noelle. I've been a bartender here for more than a decade, and I've never seen a happier crowd of drinkers than the ones who are here tonight. I can only assume that with you serving the customers, the wine tasted all the sweeter.
I'm quite sure that can't be true. I didn't do anything particularly special.
Customers don't come here purely for the drinks. They come for what the drink represents. Some time to relax after a long day of work. Often customers choose this tavern not just for the quality of the drinks we serve, but also for the great atmosphere. You may not have brewed the wine, or even mixed the drinks. But for many customers, service with a smile is what makes the difference between a glass of wine and a great night out. It seems this tavern could do with more than just a single bartender. What we need is some proper waiting staff to really take care of the customers. Perhaps I could convince the boss to hire a server. Anyway, I digress. Thanks again for all your help tonight.
Wow. I'm so glad to know I made everyone so happy.
You have to master in your own way.
Even though I failed to imitate Captain Kaya,
oh, here comes the
looks
constellation.
like I was still able to help those in need.
The constellation. To consider this task successfully failed.
Yes, I will keep that in mind. Thank you.
Ahem. Sorry to interrupt. I sense that it's probably not the best moment.
However,
could I ask for one last little favor?
Oh my gosh.
Drinking to make merry is all well and good, but passing out drunk in my tavern? That's a pain.
Alright. What do you want us to throw out of the
Order
building
2
here?
more deaths after noon over the course of the night.
Order 2 more deaths. Can be interpreted a different way. This fella. This world quest. It's on the sub branch for some reason. Okay. And is that the only 2? Yeah, it's kind of unsatisfying then in that regards. Alright, now to properly do a route then. Just gonna be doing one of them since we actually. Well, careful of it since, again, this part doesn't have the text. We won't know which choice we have and haven't made yet. We're starting from the very top and working our way down to the bottom here. Huh. And again, finding those things right. Sure, you should be looking for more. What? The heck? when did this come into being? On this building here. More letters though, so it probably has something to do with that Diluc thing, isn't it? Because we read a ton of them earlier. Okay, not voice. Some rule goes, not voice, so we'll just skip through it really quickly here. And yeah, back to the last date. And maybe there might be a further choice where you start off working
on chivalry,
on tasks in the city.
Fundamentals. So much to learn before
the
exam.
There's the different routes
How will I ever get through
might be able to
everything?
find here.
Oh,
What are you doing?
honorary knight. Long time no see. Anything you need me to take care of?
Yeah, help me take care of you.
Oh, thank you. That's very nice
Not
of
an
you.
option, so we're
It has been quite a while
the ultimate
since we
choice
last
to say
met, hasn't
we
it?
just came here to say hi.
I've been busy preparing for my exam. Other than for work and training, I've barely left the library. The exam is drawing
the
nearer
library,
and nearer.
wherever the library
But
was,
there
the
just seems to be
canonical
an
one.
endless amount of material to review.
So we're starting off in the second part here. So notice
Right.
is
The Knights of Avonia's selection exam. Oh. Even though I've already worked for the Knights as a maid for some time, I still need to pass this exam to officially become a knight. It's just that I've failed several times in the past. I still don't know
these
if
are
I can
catches.
make it
I
this
already
time.
kind of forgot my usual structure for this sort of thing. This over here. Have no fear. Great. MC is here. Can be a study buddy.
No, that won't be necessary.
I've never heard the
This
term
is
used
my
before.
exam, and I'm taking it to fulfill my dream. Any
Comes to helping
obstacles I
someone
face are mine to
study
overcome.
or studying with them.
Plus, there is still some time to go before the
Partners,
exam arrives.
yes.
You're the honorary knight of Mondstadt. It
Teachers.
won't do for me to take up so much of your time.
But not
But on
study
the day
buddy.
of the exam, if you happen to be free,
Of course I'll be there.
schedule, I think it should be half a year from now.
That was 1 minute.
It's just half
Without
a year.
urging
Don't you
nervous, you're
think that's
being
quite
right.
soon? Even though there is still some time, if I don't make good use of it, it will disappear. I've planned my schedule carefully. If I sleep 2 hours less each day and finish my work 1 hour earlier, then as long as I spend all the time I save studying, I should just about be able to finish these books. Well, there's always coffee
let me
if
ask
I
you
feel
first,
sleepy,
how many hours are you
and
getting
I
in
have
right
some
now?
candy on hand just in case I ever feel low on energy.
She realizes sucrose only is digested through the system very quickly, right? You're not pushing yourself to only affect your exam performance.
I've made sure to allocate time for training, too. After all, combat is also assessed as part of the examination. Did I get too worked up all of a sudden? My
Yeah,
vision
most definitely.
seems a bit blurry.
Oh,
No, I still have
she
training
just started her
tomorrow. I must
regimen.
freshen
And
up.
it's already taking your toll on her, it looks like.
I apologize for letting you see me in such bad shape. I'm okay now.
First, try to relieve that anxiety.
Every time I think of
Get
the
to the
exam,
root cause.
I get so
Or
nervous.
addressing the symptoms.
Only studying or training helps to relieve it a little. But in the end, I keep finding new ways in which I'm not prepared. And that makes me even more nervous.
I've been there where you feel restless unless you're doing something. But in kind of situation, you just gotta write out a list of what you need to study for. Finish everything on the list. You can't do it in a day. But always have hard blocks for certain tasks like sleeping and eating. You don't compromise no matter what. The most basic functions of humor. Anything else comes second. So natural function, studying and doing tests are artificial functions that should be adjusted. Change the scenery probably won't be good, so probably don't hide it.
You
To get a different route
studying
here.
isn't the only preparation I should be doing? Oh, if I don't overcome my fear of the exam, I will just repeat the same mistakes over and over again. Whenever I encounter something unexpected, I can't think straight. And whenever I start worrying that I might fail again, my mind goes completely blank.
What are you trying to manage yourself?
Imagine myself passing the exam.
Do that so your rank can slowly outweigh the pros over instead of constantly listing the pros instead of constantly listing the cons. The difficult task. What kind of knight do you want to become?
Kind of knight? I always thought that just qualifying to be a knight was challenging enough to begin with. The knight that I want to be someday.
You have a future you want with them.
That feels so far away that it's a little difficult to imagine.
Oh my god, how about an outrider like Amber?
I'm sure Amber would be happy to see the Outriders grow as a team. But my
don't
strengths
tell me
are
this
not in
leads to
scouting and
us
luring
making
the enemy.
The bunny
And
here.
I'm not as agile as Amber. I don't know if I would be of any assistance to her.
Well, don't you have
However,
the same role? Why do you have the assistance
get
to the
Amber
other
to
ones?
teach me how to make Baron bunnies.
Oh no, I think we're on the same
If I were
route
to
here.
use Baron Bunny to lure the enemy away and protect my fellow knights, I suppose I could do it.
You feel more confident about the exam.
I still have some of the materials we used when she taught me. There's just a few extra things I'd need.
Oh no.
Making the stuffing requires pyro slime condensate, and the red dye used to grab the enemy's attention can be made from crushed valberries.
We may
It's
have
just that
picked the
dry
choice at
valberries
least.
are not very suitable for
The
making
ending's
dye.
already seen now.
I'll need to get some fresh ones from the Stormbearer Mountains. So, let's start by going to the Stormbearer Mountains.
Darn it. And I was going to the mountains, right? Yeah. Which means we subconsciously picked the same choices we've already seen here. So and that means we have to abandon it then. Damn it. Or even though it's half complete then, it doesn't count probably. Hopefully.
Thesis on chivalry. So much to learn before the exam. Oh,
Okay, yeah, it's checked. Good.
I don't? I'm sorry to make you worry on my account. I've been busy preparing. The exam is drawing nearer and nearer. Right.
And then
Even though I've
the rest of this is just
several times.
okay, not here.
No, thank you. I could take care of myself. I hope. This is my exam, and I'm taking it to fulfill my dream. Any obstacles I face are mine to overcome. Plus, there is still some time to go before the exam arrives.
Meddled.
Well, you're the honorary knight of Mondstadt. It won't do for me to take up so much of your time.
The two memories we've seen so far here.
On the day of the exam, if
yeah, and then now we're back.
Schedule, but it's just half a year. Don't you think that's quite soon? Even though there is still some time, if I don't make good use of it,
then, I
it
suppose.
will disappear.
Was the only should have
I
picked,
planned my schedule carefully. Well, there's always coffee if I feel sleep. No, it won't. Did I get too worked up? No.
Surprisingly, we haven't been offered any coffee this time, even though just says it's apparently the thing that
only studying or training helps to
thing
relieve
we've
it a
made
little.
and heard of.
But in the end, I keep finding
Not
new
drink,
ways
though.
in which I'm not prepared. And that makes me even more nervous.
Change the scenery.
Change of location? Yes, staying in the Knight's headquarters and in the library all the time does tend to make me feel as if I always have to be studying. But where else could I
Stay in
go?
the same environment for
The
your
Cat's
stay.
Tail? Or the
It's
Angel's
good you're
Share?
trying to retain
Or perhaps somewhere away from
similar
the city.
information.
Starsnatch Cliff
Not so
or
much for
Windrise.
overcoming
I could even make some muffins, grab some napkins, and make a
emotional and
picnic out
personal
of it.
confidence.
But would that just waste too much time?
How about if I make it a trip to Leeway?
To Liyue? Oh, I couldn't possibly justify that. In the time it would take to get to Liyue and back, I could have finished several of my books.
Well, say we travel 10,000 miles to read 10,000 bucks.
You really think I shouldn't limit myself to Mondstadt? Maybe you're right. Mondstadt is symbolized by the wind. But my vision is a Geo one. Maybe visiting the nation built by the Geo Archon could help me learn something new.
That wasn't my process, but
Very well then.
if you say
If
so,
it's just a quick visit.
we could try. I'm not sure. Think of any trip to a different country as a quick one. Unless you literally walk past the border and then immediately walk back here. Like, all the way to Harvard, which is the capital city. That country is so... That's definitely not quick. I think there'd be a lot more adventures. And things you would encounter too on the way there. So we're still not sure if Vision Bears can use the teleporters here.
I can't believe I've really come all the way to Liyue. Wow! The architecture here is so unique. And there are so many people around.
She hasn't been to Liyue before.
Somehow, I feel like I'm constantly being watched.
It's pretty bang on.
No, please don't make fun of me.
And giving her compliments
make jokes like that in public.
Makes her
People may hear you
gives her
and get the wrong
favorable idea of you.
How strange. Back in Mondstadt,
What if you want them to
I
have
never
a sort
feel
of
shy
idea?
around
What
strangers.
if I want them to have a sort of
But
idea
over
that
here, I feel so tense.
I want to make
It's
the idea
probably
a
because I'm in
reality?
a completely different environment. I don't know how I should act to make sure I don't make a fool of myself. And speaking of, I heard that it's customary to eat with chopsticks in Liyue. Back in Mondstadt, I have previously provided chopsticks to visitors from Liyue, but I've never used them myself. Oh, I hope I won't become a laughingstock.
I guess it's the first step to gain new experiences, confidence, and for nighting.
Huh? Oh, I was just thinking aloud. Don't worry about it. My time here in Liyue is precious. I should make good use of it to study.
Deserve to study in Liyue Harbor. Well, I'll help you understand the people and learn more.
True. If I offended the locals by not knowing their customs, I wouldn't have the chance to learn from them.
Or her first handle, why exactly, Noah?
Okay. Let's start by learning about the local cuisine. Do you have any suggestions?
It's not anything to do with not being able to connect with others.
Okay. If it comes recommended by you,
new city?
I'm excited to find
new
out
restaurant,
what kind of
new
food
staple
it is.
restaurant then. Hello, father. My wife.
If it isn't the traveler,
here is my other
what
wife.
would you like to order today? One-man restaurant will cook it
Just
just how
this
you
polygamy
like it.
in our relationship.
Oh, is this a new customer you've brought with you? Based on Madame's attire, it would appear that even a knight of Favonius will travel all the way to Liyue just to try One-man restaurant's cooking.
Knight of Favonius? Oh, I'm not...
I'm just joking, of course. You must be in Liyue on official business. But anyway, while you're here in Liyue, I can confidently say that you won't regret stopping by One-man restaurant to try our tasty dishes.
That's not what I meant.
Not what you meant? Oh, I see. I suppose you must be looking for Liyue Pavilion or Sinue Kiosk. Most first-time visitors have only heard of these two places. I just didn't expect the Knights of Favonius to be the same way.
It really
What I meant was...
feel that
I'm
inferiority
not an
complex.
official Knight of Favonius.
Oh.
I'm just a knight in
The
training, currently
restaurant
serving
owner
as a maid.
bleeding through
Goodness,
his words.
they really distinguish between knights to that degree? Well, anyway, as long as you dine at One-man restaurant, rest assured you will leave here a satisfied customer. Since this is your first time in Liyue, perhaps you're not used to chopsticks yet. If so, might I recommend the grilled tigerfish? Fresh, fragrant, and easy to eat. If I tone down the spice a little, it should be perfect for the Mondstadt palate. Wanna try it?
Well, what do you think?
I want to learn about the Liyue
I
diet.
stay if you.
Adjusting the dish to accommodate what I'm used to seems to defeat the purpose of coming here.
Oh, you want to try something with more
So
of a
you
local
shouldn't
flavor.
avoid difficulty
Well, in
and
that
face
case,
them head
you've
on.
got to try our signature dish, black back perch stew. The only thing is, you can't really eat it without using chopsticks, and the level of spice is not for everyone. I pour oil into a hot pan, throw in a big handful of Jueyun chilies, and stir-fry them to release the flavor. Then, I sprinkle in some powdered violet grass to enhance the spiciness.
Phew! I can already feel the spiciness just by listening to your description. Will I be able to handle it?
Well, no until you try.
Right. I can't give up so soon.
Do it.
It's just a harmless bit of chili pepper.
And what's the
take
worst
it.
that can
Chef Mao,
happen?
I will go with your recommendation.
Start breathing fire. We can
Please have
say
a
that
seat.
new night's.
One blackback perch
Yeah,
stew
vision
coming
stew.
right up.
Oh, so spicy. I can't even hold my chopstick steadily. Oh, I'm fine. It's certainly very spicy,
It's
but
probably
once you
as
get over
spicy
that,
as much
oh,
powder
it's quite delicious.
lingering in the
What
dish now.
surprised me is how the freshness of the fish still shines through, despite how heavily seasoned the dish is. The next time I entertain
Dry the
guests
skin
from
might have been
Liyue,
of the fish.
I wonder if I'll be able to prepare such delicious food for them.
Causing the captain to bind more with the tongue and not have any wet molecules. Because it's in a league of its own after
So
all.
this is the kind of food you like. Oh, after I
Not
get
really.
back, I will have to study it
can't
properly.
stand spice.
Wow.
Or raw.
You've already finished? How do you feel? Even locals rarely finish the
Anything
dish so
filled with
quickly.
Oh, it was very good.
Lactose.
Thank you, Chef Mao.
Ah, you're very welcome. Seeing customers satisfied is my greatest pleasure. But I must say, I really didn't expect you to drink the soup. It's so spicy that most people here in Liyue can't even handle it.
The soup? We weren't supposed to drink it?
Was she?
Oh, yes.
Is she okay with the
let's.
spice then?
Next time I eat in Liyue, I'll be sure to check how each dish is meant to be consumed first.
No, I think it's more personal
That
preference
sounds like ironwork going on over there.
at that
Is it a
point.
blacksmith? From the kind of weapons made here, I should be able to learn something about the local combat style. Will you come with me to the blacksmith so I can take a look?
How do you learn combat from a blacksmith exactly?
It's almost like you're the host and I'm your guest. As a maid, I can't help but feel a little guilty.
Cheap and tasty chop suey!
In fact, you can say we're servicing the world right now.
Really got a lot going for it.
Try something new at the Wanmin restaurant.
Cheap and tasty chop suey!
Okay. This was mostly just probably be us watching.
Wow! Just from looking at these weapons, I can tell they have great power. Well, this is the nation built by the Geo-Archon, after all. Oh, I wonder how Favonia's blade work could be applied to these weapons, and what kind of modifications would be needed.
So you're getting some
Yes.
inspiration.
And even though I'm just thinking through problems as I always do, I don't feel as nervous as I did when I was in Mondstadt.
Hey! You over there! What are you doing?
Huh? What's wrong, little boy?
Who you calling little boy? I'm a mighty warrior. I see you with your strange attire, acting all mysterious, lording around the ironmongers. Yeah, you're up to no good.
I'm not up to anything.
Alright, Brett.
Huh.
Big
You
word
can't
to
hide it
someone.
from me. I see the way
standing-
you look at those weapons.
Yeah, drop
Same
below
way I
distance
look at 'em
near
too.
the river.
You must be planning to sneak over and steal a couple of blades when the man's not looking, huh? Well, I'm warning you. Quit while you're ahead. Stop before you do something you'll regret. 'Cause if you get caught, that man is gonna yell at you.
This kid's really projecting here. Into these quote-unquote mysterious stranger. It's a night of
Honorary
friendship.
knight,
Do
please.
such thing.
I told you not to call me that.
Knight of
Two whole hearts.
Favonius. Huh. Then she's no small fry after all. But let's not get ahead of ourselves here. I still don't think I can trust you. Unless you show me your great sword and also your vision.
Oh, this kid know exactly that she uses great sun and vision exactly.
That's not true. no greatsword can outshine the mighty Dugu longsword. And one day, I'm gonna get my Geovision. So, I'm not jealous. Who said anything about being jealous?
I want to see your vision.
The
then I
cat is
don't.
out of the bag.
But I'm not jealous.
All right then, if you insist. Please be careful with them. Don't hurt yourself.
You're really gonna let me have a look? Wow, you're so nice! Wow, that glow, it really is a Geovision. And this sword is so heavy, I can't hold it.
I was just gonna
it's
have a
not
look.
fair. If only I were a bit bigger.
Be patient, you'll get there. Besides, I'm sure your dream will come true one day.
It's clear to me now. You bear a Geovision. You wield a greatsword. You're a nice person from Mondstadt. You must be a fabled knight of Favonius.
That is what we said, yes.
Huh. I must accept that the Knights of Favonius of Mondstadt live up to their name. But I shall not concede defeat. As surely as the hills are green and the rivers flow into the sea, our paths will cross again.
Wait, Oh, he's gone.
One person that's
I do hope
feels
there
that
are
way.
no further misunderstandings today. Children in Leola have these dreams too. I never would have thought. When I was little, the other Mondstadt kids and I always used to imagine what kinds of visions we would have when we grew up. I hope that someday this boy's dreams will come true too. Anyway, what's next? Should we visit Leola's harbor or take a short break?
Influential choice here. Shall we go drink or shall we go watch
Yes.
Militia?
If we plan to explore further, let's take a short break first.
Here to serve.
Getting the well drunk certainly sounds more enticing. So, let's do that. Probably just sit down and listen to some stories here.
Oh, you must be from Mondstadt. Looking at your outfit, you don't seem to be an ordinary civilian. In which case, surely you must be an illustrious knight of Favonius.
There it is.
Pardon my directness. My name is Iron Tongue Tian, and I was hoping that you could help me out.
Oh, hold on. I'm really sorry. I am not yet an official knight, but just a maid of the Knights of Favonius.
Maid? Of the knights? A maid knight? Oh, now that is genuinely intriguing. Miss, if you're willing to help me out, I have every confidence that you will provide me with infinitely more source material than any other knight could.
And what do we get out of it exactly? Also,
As
source
you can
material.
see, I have been a local storyteller here for a long time, and, well, my audience is starting to tire of hearing the same old stories over and over again. When I saw this young lady show up just now, I was quite awestruck by her, so much so that I was suddenly inspired by the idea of writing a new book, A Knight's Journey Through Liyue. However, inspiration is just the start. I still need some material to work with. Even the most ingenious storytellers don't just come up with stories out of thin air. I do occasionally hear anecdotes about the Knights of Favonius doing the rounds here in Liyue, but they're mostly unreliable rumors, with everyone telling a different story. Far better to find an actual knight and see for myself.
Alright, I'm at 30% agency, 20% royalty
yet.
for her. And,
don't worry about all that. As the saying goes, the story should be
to you,
inspired by life, but larger than life. As the
40%
storyteller, I can change a
initial
detail or
charge.
two here and add some dramatic effect there, you know.
Thought that'd be
Honorary
3 billion
knight.
more.
I'm
Shit.
a little conflicted. What should I
Be
do?
the minimum we should start
Although I should
negotiating
always
with
lend
her.
a hand to anyone in need, it would be dishonest for me to pretend to be a real knight.
Size up from Jason. Yes.
You understand me. Miss,
The
rest
story is
assured
fake.
that I will not put you in a difficult spot.
The roles don't
All I'm
exactly have to
asking
be
you
true
to
to
do
life
is
as
to
well.
come with me to the countryside and show me some of your blade work. Let me see something new. I'll fill in all the other details, all within reason, of course.
Well, okay then. If it's just providing some initial source material.
Oh, mail. See if anything like that. About a survey, huh? Why is this flashing? Oh, this stuff I read. Date.
I still have a lot to do with the guild.
That one,
How about you
that
take a rest?
definition. Unfortunate.
While I go back.
Let's say even if you go to a different country, some things don't change.
I heard earlier from the Millilith that some hilly churls have been wreaking
else
havoc
have
in the
it?
countryside. Ooh, let's head over there.
Her nose into everything.
This looks to be the place. Ah,
Thing I had
it
is
seems our
solving
timing
everyone's
is
problems.
off. The hilly churls are nowhere to be seen.
Oh, if the hilly churls are not around, does that mean you can't get any source material?
What a shame. Time to
Not
go back to Sydney.
necessarily. Look at all the things they left here. Miss, why don't you use your great sword to clean the place up?
Cleaning up? Well, that shouldn't be too difficult. But the hilly churls could return at any moment. Mr. Tian, please find a safe location from which to observe.
Okay. The knight's meticulous mind attended to each and every detail of her duty with the utmost care and attention. This is good. I can work with this very nightly.
Oh, you're taking notes already?
See, just the way she's walking, is taking notes as well.
Guess I do this kind of thing all the time. So it should be okay to include in your book.
Wonderful. I'll call this one the Indomitable Sword of Favonius.
The way she spins and twirls so graciously, so gracefully. Knights call them ballets. Then there's apparently one more here. So these things? Well, they have health bars, so I take that as a yes. How about now? Still no. So then these things as well.
The hilly churls are back! Mr. Tian, please, be careful!
Oh, this happened last night then. Or one of the roads involved just her single-handedly fighting
Sensational.
enemy
I will
force
call
here.
that one the Impregnable Shield of Chivalry. Yes, it's coming to me now. With the prescience of a prophet, the knight foresaw the precise moment of the hilly churl's return, and promptly warned the commoners to take cover. Now she stood alone, as she drew her sword and strode forward to confront the enemy. Oh, this is all great material. It's just a pity that the only enemies are these hilly churls. It needs a little more oomph. I've got it. Would the two of you be able to give me some kind of mementos?
Mementos?
That's right, mementos. Though the story is a work of fiction, the more real it feels, the more engaging it will be. Some sort of battle trophy to display before the audience? Would really seal the deal.
Okay, so something like a hilly churl mask or an arrowhead?
If it's all the same to you, I was thinking more along the lines of, well, maybe a component from that ruin god.
But you can find that all over the country, though.
Yes, you've got it. You really understand where I'm
Every
coming from.
story
I've
you're
heard
gonna
that there's
tell
a
that
very
you can
common
pull out
component in
mementos.
ruin guards called the,
As a sort of
chaos
pseudo-evidence.
device? I should write down my new
Is that really
ideas before
necessary?
I forget them. Just hand the chaos device to me once you've managed to obtain it.
Still not quite seeing how exactly we benefit from this exchange, though.
If you could hand me that
If I
keg,
freshly one here, but Given one of our valuable ones that is still used and needs to use.
Oh, such mighty power, so battered and bruised. I just need to embellish it a little further, and this will be perfect.
Embellish it? Even further? Well, as long as I have been able to help you with your creative process.
Of course you have. Okay, I know where I'm going with this story now. I need to get back and start writing. Oh, and if the two of you have any free time later, stop by Third Round Knockout and you can hear me tell my new story.
Oh, I wonder how Mr. Tian's story will turn out in the end. For some reason, I have a bad feeling about it. Why don't we go back to Liyue Harbor and listen for ourselves?
I mean, I'm sure this story might be a train wreck because he wrote it just in a rushness now. But I'm more concerned with how he just sucked us in, used us, and threw us away like a wet rag.
With a roar like thunder, iron clashed with iron. Then 4 gigantic fists came pounding into the ground with a force beyond what could be put into words. So colossal was their weight, and so earth-shattering their impact. Such unthinkable power could easily cleave a stone peak right off the top of a mountain. Any ordinary human would either be torn to pieces in an instant, or at the very least, suffer indescribable injuries. But not so the knight from beyond the border. She did not flinch in the face of the flying iron fists, but sank instead into a low, fighting stance. And, with one swift sweep of her sword, the clash of metal erupted once more, as dust billowed all around. Moments later, there was a deep and dull thud, as the dust dispersed to reveal 2 pairs of iron claws lying lifeless on the ground. Such is the awesome power of the impregnable shield of chivalry, an esoteric martial technique practiced exclusively by the Knights of Mondstadt.
By anything.
The knight barely had time to catch her breath before a dark shadow leaped up before her into the sky, blotting out the sun and turning day into night. It was a ruin hunter. But she was no ordinary knight, and in her heart she declared, "I have nothing to fear." With an almighty battle cry, she unleashed the indomitable sword of Favonius. Beams of golden light shone out in all directions. A gust of wind raced through the battlefield. Sparks flew, and debris fell.
One knight against 2 ruin guards? And a ruin hunter? Surely that must be an exaggeration.
I suppose these stories are supposed to be taken with a grain of salt.
Is this about me? What is he talking about? Oh no, this
work
won't
of fiction.
do. I must ask him to rewrite the story.
It's fine, I'm just taking it seriously.
Hard to believe? Then feast your eyes on this. This is solid proof of the Maid Knight's journey to Liyue. A fragment of a ruin god's armor, cut from its carcass by a blow of her blade in the midst of her death-defying.
It's gonna pull out quote-unquote
That is
proof.
part of a ruin guard. A friend of a relative in the Millith told me about these.
Proof of a true story. He's
Oh, it's
pretty
real,
much
all right.
a salesman or a swindler at that point.
Fresh from the battlefield.
I must explain to Mr. Tien. Honesty, modesty. These are the virtues cherished by the knights.
Yeah, but we're in leeway
Would you
here.
look at that? That girl over there looks uncannily similar to the knight from the story.
Oh no.
Oh, I'd say more than just similar. She's the spitting image. Oh, should we get an autograph? Oh, it's definitely her. The legendary Maid Knight.
Huh?
Quick, run for it. No, let's get out of here.
Oh, okay.
And so, the knight went west from Stonegate with her sword in hand and scaled the mountains of a vast new land. a legend from the moment she set foot in Liyue. Tales of the adventures of the Maid Knight would be talked about for hundreds of generations. Stay tuned for the next chapter.
Oh, that was also an ending too. That journey anyway didn't turn out very good. I think now it's time for Inazuma then. Alright, and also, well, looks like we're out of time here. So, we're gonna go back here.
Tell you how it is.
And switch. Thank you very much. It's been Rook Game, Nerd Division, and to have a record. What's done, but I must say, 1 million people small time making this up, which is good. Likewise, talking to the shorts to Rook on YouTube, some free stuff, which is cursed. Once I I'm going crawling right on back to Rook Games. Again, happy Qixi Festival, and may all you loners enjoy your romantic dates and whatever video game you play. And for those of you with disgusting 3D flesh bag females, I have only one word to say to you. Yeah.